Dancing Lobsters.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Mosaic Team 5, our original Starfinder campaign. I am Joe Jeff, your GM this evening and most, and joining me are my friends
You can only
Matt,
breathe if you
Dan,
get the
Kara, Olive, and Ari. We're going to play Starfinder tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements.
New rule.
Weird energy.
We back, baby.
Yeah. Well, you've been gone. I mean, the rest of us were here
I've
last
been
week.
here every week.
I was here last week.
no,
for
Kara was
Thursday.
Back, baby.
Yeah.
So a couple of quick announcements before we do get started with Starfinder. We have a website, albronrpg.com. It's been pretty recently updated, so all the old sessions are there. There's player information and character biographies for all of the characters in both the D&D games on Friday and this Starfinder campaign on Thursdays. We are at Albron RPG on YouTube as well, and so all of our old sessions are found there. And then we are going to re-air this session at noon on Sunday, followed by the D&D game at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as long as I click the right buttons. And let's see. I think that's all that we have in terms of announcements. And so we're going to jump right into this session of Mosaic Team 5.
Why don't they just
Mosaic Team 5.
Oh,
Yes.
Last time that we played, you made your way through the ventilation system and found that in the third floor, after bypassing the second, of Divers Deep, this virtual reality arcade, there was a deluxe setup of Laser Monster Card Arena. This card game upon which you place micro and chip encoded cards into a specialized player. Definitely not a dual deck. This is more of a battle board. And fight with these holographically projected monsters within an arena. You all decided that you would sneak past, with Shade taking the lead. However, Shade, upon being spotted by one of the divers, you were challenged to a duel. And like any operative in a really important stealth mission, you accepted this card duel and stepped up to the arena. You could see the opponent being this twitching Canyon Drake holograph and this diver controlling it. However, upon selecting your beast and engaging in this combat, you discovered that the Canyon Drake was very real. And it dove into combat with the rest of your party joining, falling down from the ventilation shaft with varying degrees of success and style. You made your way into the arena, really
Beefing it.
yeah, using your bodies as
beefed.
I saved you.
you tactically beefed the battle, taking a fair amount of damage from the Canyon Drake, but ultimately managing to overcome the Code Seer, who is controlling this creature, having reality shifted it into this arena from somewhere else. With this thing gone, the Canyon Drake disappeared, and there are only a few divers left, and that is where we begin this evening.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the whole.
You're
Yeah.
end combat, really.
We are
We'll find a way to expand
combat
this out.
in
Time to
progress.
dig out the trash.
Oh, do we remember order? Yeah.
We started
I have it, I have it.
We started at the top. We did one full round.
No, I know.
No, like,
Yeah, but the
Do you
actual
remember the round?
Oh,
was
the
the
actual.
round?
I think I
I got you,
started,
no worries. No.
Nice. DM's got it.
Okay. So, the way that initiative works, Shade is going to be starting us off, followed by Bubbles, followed by Echo, followed by the Drake, who is dead, followed by the Code Seer, who is dead, followed by Spice, then Gibbs, and then at the very end of all of this, assuming that they survive, the divers.
So it's just
Oh my god, it's around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Really?
Works
That's
out real
weird.
well.
Dan, could you flip the on switch for the spotlights, and then we can go ahead and get started. Shade
It's
from.
on the doodad.
Oh yeah, right there. There
Is
you
it
go.
this mic, Joe?
Yes. So, in this moment, Shade, right now, where are we over here?
We're over here.
So, you are in the scrum of these virtual reality divers who are at the moment terrified. This candy drake has disappeared, their leader is gone, and so their morale is breaking. But what would you like to do?
Probably it's time to do some beefing of my own.
Yeah, engage beef mode.
Morale further.
Move action beef mode.
So I think first things first, I'm gonna exocortex distracting hack the one directly in front of me,
Okay.
which is a bluff check against my computers. A dirty 20.
13.
Well, it's
Okay.
the
Oh, right,
the
right, right.
DC is
No, that is not high
15
enough,
plus
unfortunately.
1.5. Okay, so not flat-footed. Then I'm going to, I guess I'll use my move action to try it again.
Okay.
That's better. That's going to be a 32.
A 32. Give me just 1 second. That is enough.
Cool. So now he's flat-footed, and I'm going to smack him with my swordy sword.
All right.
It's a 19 against KAC.
That is
Minus
not going
two-
to hit.
with the -2 for flat-footed.
Against KAC? That is not going to hit.
All right, that is it for me.
All right. So your exocortex whirs into life, and that alone is not powerful enough. It's like this individual within the virtual reality helmet has kind of buffeted their defenses, especially with all of their allies around. But you're able to overcome it with a little bit of manual effort.
I'll hold on to it, but it's
That is your turn, Shade. That brings us to Bubbles. Echo, you're on deck.
There was a guy here that I charged last game. With that.
He's dead. I didn't
Okay,
change
yeah.
anything else, yeah.
he died.
Okay. Then since I'm still in the air, I'm going to do a
want,
charge
Give him an
attack.
air.
Going down this way.
Okay.
Yes. You found it.
Yeah, it was right there.
Was it ever missing?
It was missing.
It's in the alley of flight stands. I did clean up a
I'm
little
so
bit.
happy.
All right, so
Um,
you are going to
yeah.
charge
Yeah,
downwards.
and I'm going to attack this guy.
Make your attack roll.
Yep, minus
Bubbles, you
2.
take the Dothco and you like swing it around, using it as a kind of counterweight to build momentum, and then you swing yourself down using the rockets as well.
Plus 11 is 24.
24 against
It is. I'm using the blunt side, so I believe it's KAC.
KAC. 24 is meets it, beats it. It is the guy who is right down in the.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
I want to get a sound like a SP Polaroid. Yeah. Pizza, pizza.
And I'm just gonna be flying.
I can
down,
literally do that. I have that capability.
to meet the
And I feel like I'm like feeling the wind through my non-existent hair, and I'm like trying to like pierce the air and like hit him before I can even hit him.
So you rocket forwards, and for anybody who is nearby, they can hear this just going over your bald head.
aerodynamic.
Yeah, very aerodynamic. There's like that kind of like crack where there's that breaks the sound barrier. But you slam into this individual with the Dothco.
23.
23 points of damage.
Yeah.
Second. Bubbles. That is enough to absolutely shatter that individual. And from where you are, Shade, you exocortex, you try to hit, and this individual is able to dodge out of the way. And as they back up, they hit against the fence, which is, and you can see Bubbles just rocketing in. You have to duck as parts of this individual are just exploded outwards across.
Free action. Grab a handkerchief and wipe off the sweat from the cold air.
Okay.
It's actually a quick action.
So you land, Bubbles, pretty hard in the cement here.
Yeah.
But that is your turn. Echo, where are you?
Echo is next to Shade.
Okay, so
Yeah,
within this scrum,
We're
there's
like-
just little elements
we're
of this
actually
diver
on the
that pelt
stairs.
across your legs. What would you like to do?
Echo kind of moves to like duck behind Shade and like use Shade as a human meat, not a human, an android meat shield.
Yeah.
And then immediately turns around and runs all the way up the stairs.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm hoping that'll be a bluff check for a trick attack.
Sure.
Sure. Hey, you know. So that is a 27 which is 20 plus their CR.
Give me 1 second here. I keep forgetting their CR. What was it?
27.
That is a success.
Yay.
Nice.
And then we will see if it's actually a success. As they pull. Ah!
That
Sorry.
sounds good.
Yeah,
I
that.
really needed that today. I got an act 20.
There you go.
Yay! Louder, please.
I know it sounded like pain, but
Yeah, it sounded like I was like,
guess
is that
pain
a
and
4?
pleasure,
I was
too.
expecting a miss.
The same.
Oh,
It was a
God.
shocked
And
ow.
which weapon is this?
This is the hell pistol.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't. I've got ones that hit higher. Oh well. Ooh, D6. Okay, so I need this. Boost trick attack. 2d6.
Need more D6s because I got some on deck.
No, I have more D8s required. There we go.
Ah.
It's 15 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR.
All those clanking dice.
They're good numbers.
Yay.
So it's 16 points of cold and piercing from the hell pistol, and my
Nice.
trick attack adds 18 points. So that's 34 points total. Not
Oh, they did.
with
They're
the
done.
doubling from the dice, which doesn't happen in Starfinder. Never mind.
No, yes,
You
it
do.
does.
You do
It
double the
does.
dice,
You
yes.
do that.
Nice.
Damage! I
Oh,
wish this were on multiple
man.
things. because
Oh, Echo!
You
I
miss.
bleed damage is 1 point, but why not? And then another 8 for operative, so just a total of 8 bleeding.
You miss Shade, and as you back up, first Bubbles smashes the person that you miss completely in half. Their body ruptures. You can see parts of the spine as the blood splashes across you. And then behind you, Echo just grabs you by the shoulder and shoves you into one of the other divers, using you essentially as leverage to move up the stairs, and then just leaving you behind, turns and almost like sliding over the last step, fires, like basically tripping over to get this shot. And as you like pull up and you depress the trigger a couple of times, it hits at the knee, it hits at the elbow, it just hits at joints and tears this guy apart. Absolutely dead. More than double dead. That's a lot of damage.
So dead.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I used it on a weenie. It's already almost dead.
Anything else, Echo?
Nope.
Alrighty. That is Echo's turn. That does bring us to Spice. Spice, you turn and the battle has shifted drastically. Off to your right, there is this huge ape-like creature that is still stuck in this attack animation of just going rah 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 because Shay just mashed the button a bunch.
Yeah.
But you have the rest of the group over here just taking the divers apart, and then a little bit further to the south in this direction, there are the multicolored lights coming from the lower level as well.
Okay, are there any divers still alive?
There are.
There's those 3 in that line.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3.
4.
All right, so Spice has her sniper out already. So she's going to move action, click the guided. She's gonna put her heart-shaped scope at one of these divers, whichever one is looking the most healthy,
Okay.
and shoot
Nice.
for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Look.
And so the one that is looking the healthiest is the middle of these 3. And so trying to kind of weave that shot, even with your sniper rifle that can hit around corners, not quite able to hit. It goes wide and it just cuts the kelp in half. Anything else, Spice?
That's everything I can do.
Ricochet.
Alrighty. Gibbs.
Gibbs wasn't expecting to have to actually help, but Gibbs is gonna scooch there.
Okay.
Gibbs pulls out an unwieldy weapon, kind of shoving her staff back in her Starfinder backpack. I pull out the Red Star plasma pistol because it's got the condition line,
Yes.
which allows me, if they're sitting in a straight line, I can hit them all at once.
So Gibbs, you put this back and you reach back into your pack and just and it almost knocks you off your feet, and then you just level it. And this is just comically large in your hands. Standard sized plasma pistol.
Does everybody have those?
I don't know.
I believe 2 people
I
have them.
have one.
Holy shit! 17 plus 7 is like
24.
great.
Oh, yeah, good.
Against
E and F, EAC.
EAC, that is a hit.
Okay, so it hits all of them.
Yeah.
So hold on. I have to roll damage, which is 1d8.
And I think it decreases down the line somehow. I can't quite remember
No,
how that
it's
works.
you roll damage once. The weapon hits all targets with AC
Oh,
equal to
beautiful.
or lower.
That's it.
That's
I've
all.
used it
Yeah,
before.
that's beautiful. Roll damage.
Yeah, and then like the rest of the text is about crits. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
7 damage
7 points of damage. Give me
to
1
each
second
of them,
here.
please.
So all of them still up.
Damn.
As you cut through, there are 2 of them that look just on the verge of death as this like laser just, or this plasma pistol traces a line that goes straight through and it pierces one shoulder. It goes into another's chest. And it doesn't quite penetrate them, but it does explode and ignite ammunition on their back that just discharges into the third one, doing just a little bit less damage. But that's substantial. And these guys are all on their last legs. Anything else, Gibbs?
And there's a nice big hole in this fence now.
There is. Just melting, dripping slag.
Bobby's gonna peek his head through the hole.
You just see Gibbs like behind the gun, like,
Gibbs like falls down and then has to like stand back up.
yeah, next turn, stand up.
That brings us to the divers. So there's 3 of them left.
4.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
one
and
of
I
them's
only
not in
hit-
the line. One of them is
Yeah,
base
3 of them.
contact. Well, actually, we're technically up here, but yeah. We're like in base contact with this guy.
Okay. So he's gonna step forward. We're gonna slide him in here. Just like that. And so Bubbles,
Yeah.
you were gonna take 3 attacks, and Shade, you're gonna take 1. These divers are quickly losing morale. You can see that there are 2 of the 3 lights still like lit up on these helmets, so they are getting a little bit of a raid bonus here. But
It's only times 2.
Bubbles.
Yep.
Oh God. Well, one's a natural 20, so that's definitely going to
do
hit.
it.
The next highest one is only going to be a 20.
Are these slashing, I believe, from last time?
These are slashing,
Oh,
yes.
slashing. Okay.
So Bubbles, the first, the natural 20 is the only one that hits.
Yep.
That is only going to be, man, you got lucky. 12 points of slashing damage.
5 is 7.
And they just like reach in. They are able to just pierce through elements of your shield and your armor, but it barely nicks you. They pull away. They feel victorious. You could see they like smile, but that quickly falters when they realize it really doesn't do a whole lot. That is all that they can do, and that brings us to the top of the round to Shade.
I'm gonna full action attack after I use my exocortex.
Were you exocortexing?
I'm gonna do it against this guy that's like was in base contact with me.
Go for it.
So
They are the healthiest of all of them.
that's a 27 against DC 15 plus 1.5 the CR or 10 plus the total sense motive.
That hits.
Whatever is. Okay, so flat-footed, and then I'm gonna do a full attack against him. First attack is gonna be not great. It's a 13 against the KAC.
That is not enough.
Okay, second attack is gonna
Big
be.
hits, big hits, big hits.
Oh, that's better. 23 against KAC.
23 against KAC. That is a miss.
With the -2 for flat.
Oh no, with the -2, that is a hit. That is just barely a hit. That is above meets a pizza.
Scraped by.
Yeah,
Damn. All right, I finally did something.
there you go. Yeah, so your exocortex whirs to life, and you were able to hack one of their virtual reality helmets. The blue lights shift to green, and then red, and then
that's
purple.
For 16 slashing damage
16 slashing damage against which one?
against this guy.
That guy right there. Give me 1
No longer
second.
flat-footed because I hit him.
He is still up, but now all 3 of them just clinging to the edge of life. You can see one of them drops to their knees. That one, in fact, almost dead. The other 2 are also just hanging on. Every step that they take, there is just a gout of blood that will come from various wounds off each, but they are still up. Anything else, Shade?
That's it.
Bubbles, what would you like to do?
Come on, you guys are doing your best. And he's going to try to nick him, like kind of like do like a bunt hit with the other side of the Dothko.
Okay.
Like trying to fake out. And this is gonna be a standard attack. That's a 12 plus 13. That is 25.
25 against KSC?
Yes.
That. Oh, and is this a flat-footed guy?
He's no longer flat-footed.
Okay. Meets it, beats it.
Nice. No, it's this
And
guy.
it's against the guy who's
Still meets it, beats it.
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
same
front
armor.
of the line attack.
Yeah, same armor.
Ooh, that's 11 plus 7. That's 18 plus. Gotta move my rock.
35.
17. That's 18 plus
35.
17, 35.
35 points of damage.
Yeah.
So when you hit that first guy, you slam the first front of the Dothko into him and it pulverizes him, the entire weapon passing through his body. And then you slide your hand down the shaft using the blood almost as a makeshift lubricant, and then take the handle backhand and just jam it straight into their head. You feel there is a crack as the bludgeoning damage snaps their neck, and they're beyond dead. That's a tremendous amount
That's
of
the
damage.
effort you guys should be doing.
There's only there's only 3 of them left.
That's it.
Alrighty, Bubbles, that is your turn. Echo, what would you like to do?
There are 3 of them left, you said?
Yeah, this individual finish is exploding into a fine mist after your last attack.
Alright, Echo's going to full attack the remaining 3.
All right.
I think I can get all of them.
They're all clustered.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
The wrong button. Oh. So that's 11 and 18. So none of them hit.
No. So again, you turn around and just pull the trigger and bullets fly out, but spray and pray does not work terribly well.
No, it does not.
That is your turn, Echo. You are at the top of this thing, and looking over, you can see this ape finally finishes their animation chain of "Roar!" and they just stand there in that ready animation. But that is your turn, Echo. That brings us to Spice.
I'm gonna see that my team has this covered, and she's going to click back her sniper onto her back and
Okay.
loot this field.
All right.
Classic Spice.
So you're like, yeah, they have this covered. You walk back. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's perception.
Perception, sorry. I forget which one it is. And
Oh,
Starfinder.
great. That's going to be a 17.
17. So as you bend down over the elements here, so over there is that
right by
code
you.
seer. There's that one that you had seen Shade primarily fighting previously. And so most of these guys are wearing like this kind of like torn clothing and just things that are just makeshift. This
They're wearing
individual,
cosplays.
kind of, yeah. This individual though, they wear almost like this toga-like garment, and they had this helmet that had all these runes like etched into it and carved in. There is not much on their person. You do find what is called so this individual has a little lanyard on it, and it has something called a tune tag pass, like a little key card kind of thing. And you can see like a bunch of little fish that have been almost like a cricket style sticker kind of put onto it.
Okay.
It does have some electronic component, and so it seems to be a key card of some kind.
Okay. Great. She's going. Is it on a lanyard?
Yeah.
She's gonna put it around her neck and say, "Call me Toon Tag." What was it? Toon Tag?
Yeah.
I am Toon Tag.
So you pull this down, and as you do, all around this, just this LEDs light up, and it is lit from within this Deep Dive arcade lanyard from previously when this was like an actual arcade.
Okay.
After it was a parking lot.
Yes. Yes. That is your turn, Spice?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, Gibbs, what would you like to do?
It's not about what I'd like to do. I guess I'm obligated to. Trade my gun, shoot a gun.
Okay.
13. I'm killing it tonight. I have to use my reality pistol, so that's
Okay.
13 plus 5 is
17.
not enough to hit.
Not enough to hit. The reality of the situation is that they're just a little too far away for you, Gibbs, with your untrained ability. But
The gun is wobbly in your hand. You're like, ah!
your hands are like still.
It's like I've
ringing
never
from
shot
that
a gun
last
so
one.
much. My like index finger's sore.
Yeah. You have like slight burns on your paws, but no problem, Gibbs. That is your turn. That brings us to the divers. So, almost kind of like at this point, really breaking the morale, especially with Bubbles just like smashing them into pieces.
Yes.
You could hear one of them just says, "We have to get to the king," and is going to turn and run. 5,
No.
10, 15, 20.
Stupid.
Yes. From both of you.
Oh, do I get one too?
They're going to run too.
Oh, cool.
I can't hack an opportunity because I have my Dothko in my hand.
Isn't it a...
No, it's unwieldy. You can't attack opportunity.
You don't have an ability to use that as a
I always
attack?
wondered if I dropped it, could I melee punch him? Or would that be?
Yeah, you
like-
could.
I mean, that's kind of
Still-
cheesy. Is that cheesy?
I think you can still unarmed
Is it?
strike.
The DM just said yes. Don't
mean,
question.
It's not a two-handed weapon, so I think you can
I mean,
still
like for
unarmed
most people,
strike
no, it is a
anywhere.
two-hand weapon.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Dothko.
I would say what you probably
kinda
could do if you really want is you can like hold the Dothko and just punch them. It's an unarmed strike, so it's not going to do a ton of damage.
No,
like,
it doesn't.
it doesn't. It's not doing Dothko damage though. That's the thing.
No, it does. My modifier.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
give
don't
it a
use
shot.
your Dothko modifier.
Let's see how it works out.
Joe's giving us mercy to end this combat.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Is cheese.
25 to hit
25 just
against
hits.
the one that was running. I
And
think it was
So
this
that
one.
hits.
Her, it,
That's
them.
a 12 plus 13, 25.
25 hits.
That's for 15 slashing damage.
So with 15 slashing damage, the one that yells, "Get back to the king," turns, and as they leap over, you slash across their back, and they just catch their foot on the couch and just tumble over dead.
Nice.
D4 plus 17. 1 plus 17, 18.
18? That's still more than enough. That 1 point of damage,
literally
you just
rolled a 1
leaning
and
a
still
little
hit.
bit in. I mean,
D4.
they had 3 health left. So you swing up with this, and as they trip over, you can see Shade dispatches one, you dispatch the other. There's just a single one remaining, but they do make it around to the edge of that couch, and then if you could move them off the map, they are 10 feet down that ramp. And that is the diver's turn. That brings us to you, Shade. So, Shade, you can see that this individual is like disappearing down. Is there anything that you're doing in this turn to stop them?
Let me see. One moment. Yeah, I'm chasing after him.
Okay.
Six, seven, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I can catch up to him with a full action.
That would make sense based on how far he moved.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my full action to chase after him, and then I'm going to use my. Can I use my exocortex to. The ability is to target any cybernetics that they have. I don't know if this guy has cybernetics.
That's true. Are you using the ability?
I'm gonna overload his headset instead.
Okay.
Actually,
Sure. No problem. So you go ahead and you
which means it doesn't
overload.
work for a turn.
Sure, no problem. As they're running, and they just go, ah, and they're retreating, and they say, "Get back to the king," and they get slashed down. They're the last person, and they turn, and as they go to look over what happens, their lights just go out, and all the lights turn off on the helmet, and you can see they turn, just thrashing around, and just clang into the wall before you hear them fall prone and just down the ramp.
And
Further away!
I'm going to slowly walk up to them, and I can't actually attack, but I'm going to prepare to stab.
Okay, no problem. That is your turn, Shade. Bubbles, what about you? They're 10 feet off the board.
I am also there.
I'm going to catch up with Shade.
Okay.
And I can do a charge to get to 50 feet.
Uh-huh.
So that's about
It's off. It's
yeah.
1 off. So I'm like 5 feet. So how much did he fall down the stairs?
He is 5 feet away from where you are now. So there's like a 5-foot space between you guys.
Oh, okay, I have it.
You have range.
Okay, yeah.
You have
I
range.
10 feet
Yep.
range.
You can hit him.
So I'm going to attack.
Like right at the edge of your range.
That's a 17 plus 13. That's
Yeah,
25.
that hits, absolutely.
35.
They are prone on the ground.
That's an 11 plus 4, 15 plus 17 is 23. No, 32. 32, yes.
32 points of damage. Bubbles, tell us how it happens.
Yeah,
like that's so
say
much
it.
damage.
So like Bubs like sees Shade like go down the stairs, and he's like has his knife right up to him. Bubs like kind of goes up and he kind of like does like a jaunt like, oh no, there's stairs here, and so he like kind of like trying to like adjust himself mid-level, and he like lands with his Dothko trying to break his fall. And then he just lands like going down this right on the guy's skull.
Fantastic. You bring this Dothko down, and it first the helmet cracks and shatters, and so there are like bits of silicone and things that just like pierce into the skull before that wobbles and pops like a melon. The entire elements of this guy's skull just slide down the ramp, and you can see like parts of the helmet itself strike the arcade machines at the bottom.
And as Bubs lands, he like tries to like grab on the wall and it's whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, sorry.
As Bubbles is doing this, he's like sliding inches back, like not very far, but just like slowly sliding down the ramp.
Shade is going to reactively swing over it. Bubs.
Okay. Okay.
It's like when you're driving, you stop.
Yeah, the mom arms.
No, it's like about to stab this guy, but someone took the kill, so now it's reacting to whatever just attacked.
Okay, yeah, make an attack roll on Bubs.
Not naked.
Attack roll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shade's cracking.
28.
That's it.
I don't appreciate that.
Does not hit.
So you go, and as you react, Bubbles, you are just able, after you slam the Dothko down, to just bring this, like the handle up, and you can just deflect. You see this blade just skip over your head. It's close, but it's a miss.
It's over, Captain. Captain. It's me. It's Bubs. It's.
Shade has like a grin on his face. And the same eyes as before, or the same eye as before, when I attacked you before.
Hey, Captain. Hello. What's going on? Why did you just swipe at me?
What?
Bubs is like gonna put like his hand on Shade's shoulder, but like slowly reaching out because he's like afraid he might hit him. And like as he like pushes his hand on Shade's shoulder, he like wants to see if he reacts.
Okay.
Are you okay, Captain?
I'm fine. We need to keep moving.
If something is
Pull out a cigarette.
Okay.
if something is never mind. Let's go. You're right, Captain.
Let's regroup.
Yes, Captain.
Head back upstairs.
Okay. Shade, make a perception check.
Nat 1.
That makes sense.
In the space here, especially where you are right at the top of this, there are blinking lights that kind of flash the rainbow below and these lights that are blue above, and it casts things into these strange, almost three-dimensional shadows that really make things a little disorienting. And for a brief moment, it's like there are phantoms all around you. And it's just the reflection off of streamers and elements of kind of refractory decoration. It's just steam. It's just things that are here. But for a minute, it really doesn't feel like that.
Bubs is gonna just touch the body and loot it, and just he's just gonna look at the scene and think, did Shade really mean to hit this guy, or what happened here?
Make a perception check.
That's a 7.
Damn, you're rolling low over there. She.
Dang, this is just a continuation from last week.
I feel like
17.
New Year's.
17.
Wow.
Okay.
Dice.
With a 17, as you go through, not interestingly, you really don't find very much. You do find, give me just 1 second to pull this up. You do find in a small, like plastic egg almost, kind of popping it open, there is a pair of LED ear buds that would be used in like an old school music player or phone when they still used wires. These have probably been down here for a while, but you can tell, especially you, Bubs, from the little bits of wax around them, they've been used.
Okay. Are they wired or unwired?
Wired.
Okay.
In your mouth.
Okay, maybe.
And you can see they light up green when you activate them.
Is there anything I know that uses that audio jack? That the 0.5 millimeter?
Like that you have with you currently? No.
I'll have to get the back.
God, it's 2250, please. You don't need
It's
that.
just a Bluetooth dongle thing. You like.
Apple, man.
You're on Prime Station. You are 2,500 light years away.
Bubs is gonna take that the earbuds, and he's just gonna think, this is similar to what happened on Dorado with Shade.
There are definitely similarities.
And he's just gonna look at his hand, and he's gonna think and kind of say out loud, like whisper to himself, Is my family breaking apart again? And then he's gonna walk up the ramp.
Okay. You walk back up to the rest of the group.
Gibbs is gonna try and beeline for Echo because you got fucked up, right?
Echo's in rough shape. Like, Echo didn't just trip in this dramatic shot as they went over. Like, Echo's leg is almost falling off.
Cool. So then as part of the break in combat, Gibbs is gonna start the 10 minutes she can spend to heal an ally. I can heal you 40 hit points per day, but it takes me 10 minutes to do it. And it looks a lot of like spit and grooming and like a little bit of bandaging, but more like picking bugs off of you and eating it or putting your bugs on her bugs and vice versa.
Echo's too bruised up to really like note exactly what's going on. It's kind of just like taking a breather.
Yeah.
Gibbs is gonna gossip and be like, what do you think about this whole thing right now?
I am currently experiencing a lot of pain and also a little bit of deja vu in relation to that game. What do you mean?
Just mean Shade's being a little bit of a jerk. And I'm trying to be chill about it, but my feelings are hurt.
I see.
You know he fired me, right?
Right now, just for reference, Gibbs is standing in a corpse, like just kind of like going through and pulling like elements of body parts out of your hair, and every now and then just like squeaking away. And it for some reason, though it's gross,
You know, he fired me, right?
you feel it's like restorative in ways to elements of your physical being. But yeah, that's what's happening.
Echo thinks about shutting down, which is in this one moment kind of.
She was dead.
Not really, truly, but kind of wishes that they were a robot so that they could just shut down.
I think my passive perception is high enough to know that you are uncomfortable with my line of questioning, so I will quiet.
Have we returned?
Okay.
Yeah, take me
Yeah,
10
if you want
minutes.
to.
Yeah.
Let's rest here for a moment. We need to go back down further. We're now looking for Brigitte. It's likely that that's the king.
Spice just nods. I don't have enough, you see that Spice is not going to, take this rest. You see she's like sniffing around the arcade looking for loose cards and game shit.
So if you want to look around and just take the 10 minutes, like you're going to take 10 to just loot the room.
Yep.
There's a number of Laser Monster Card Arena cards that you can pick up.
Fuck yeah.
There's about 30 of them just kind of like littered around here. And so,
A Gwent minigame.
You betcha!
yeah, I mean, you have basically half of a full like competitive deck to use.
Any of the like battle arm things?
No.
Yeah,
So
I
there's
want
none of-
like
this
full
is-
holographics.
This is like the deluxe setup. So the kind of thing that you would have at home, nobody would bring here. It would be kind of like
Built in.
exactly, yeah.
Bummer.
Spices.
And part of it also is, they would lose money by allowing people to bring like their own version of a game in and just kind of like play within the ambiance of this
Can
place.
I tell
Like-
which
Switch
one's
to
the
arcade.
strongest one in this deck?
Oh yeah, easily. Give me just 1 second here.
Because Dan just made a comment under his breath that Spice is going to cheat at this
over my
game.
breath.
It was over your breath. And Spice is going to, you see, now that she's found the like deluxe deck, you see her like meticulously painting and copying the best card
Yeah.
onto older ones. So she has like a book of ace cards.
So Yellow Eyes Drift Dragon is really the most powerful. It's purple. It looks like it's almost made out of the stuff of space itself. And it's the most powerful beast that you have in this deck. There are a variety of other cards as well, but this is one that really stands out.
Jabodia.
oh my god.
Jabodia. I like that. But yeah, there's a variety of cards that you can find, and I'll send you a list if you really want it later. Of course you
Fucking
do.
yes, I'm putting that in the
She's gonna
Discord
come
now.
sit up against this wall here and say to Bubs and Spice, keep watch from both sides. They could come from above or below.
Spice looks up momentarily as she's copying the cards and goes, and then just looks back down at the
Don't
For
you
what
have
it's
to
worth.
hack the cards? Because it doesn't matter what they look like, right? It's all electronic anyways.
Okay, Spice is gonna go about like picking looking through the tiny little breadboards with her like nail tweezers and copying the fucking pay cards.
Make a computer's check then.
Bubs is
Great.
gonna rest.
Okay, you can start your rest, no problem. Spice, when you do glance up, and Shade, as you kind of instruct people to look up and just kind of keep an eye, you do note that there are a series of what look like modular railings along the top that at one point probably held very...
I rolled a natural 20 for the record.
Okay, so we'll get back to that. That tracks for Spice.
Non-existent game.
So Spice,
Isn't it?
you pull out your communicator and you bring up like how to hack Laser Monster Kart Arena. And you find
whole Reddit
essentially,
thread.
yeah, it's like a whole thing, and you get in and you start to like look it up, and it's not super complicated. This isn't like military grade tech. This is a playing card game for children.
Yep.
And so easy enough to hack. Like casinos use way more strict security systems than this.
The start of Spice's counterfeiting.
This is the start of Spice just ripping off a bunch of children to get rich.
Watch me.
Oh man. So
Even Echo feels conflicted.
yeah, no problem. You do that. You also do find a number of these kind of capsules that Bubbles found one of. It seems to be, and actually I think you had seen on the first floor there was a capsule machine, and it seems like these are kind of little things that come out of there.
I think Gibbs found the capsules.
Oh, somebody found a capsule machine.
Yeah, but I
How
didn't
many
get a
do I
chance
find?
to like fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have any in my inventory.
Are they just like little,
They're
like
like
when you
prize
put
balls.
They're like the eggs, like Easter eggs.
Yeah, so they're very much like the little plastic eggs that you get at Easter. And Spice, I would say you roll a D100 twice.
How many do you
I don't
get?
even have those dice out.
Actually, you know what?
Just roll a D10 twice.
I got it.
You want to borrow this?
So I'm gonna roll 4.
Actually, Olive, give me 3 numbers that are your favorite numbers between 1 and 100.
17.
Okay, so with the 17, the first capsule that you find is a floating disc it's like a little very weak electromagnet that when you touch it, the disc floats up and it projects a virtual reality anime style turtle virtual pet. It's like a Tamagotchi essentially, but it projects up and kind of floats, and
It's like if a Tamagotchi was that little projection that R2D2 does.
very much. And it's like there's like a button that you can press and like a little food pellet comes up and you can you go like this and you can feed it to the turtle, and it's like a whole thing.
I want that in real life.
Oh my god.
What's your next number?
It's going to be 84.
With an 84,
responsibility.
you find a tiny little, almost like a snow globe. And when you shake it, it lights up and it's almost like a little black light scene of what you would imagine was probably this place in its prime. You can see like a whole bunch of little monsters that kind of wiggle around on the arena. But it's like a little holographic snow globe.
Cute.
And then what's the final number?
4.
With a 4. You find a so it's a little data stick, and at first you're like, oh man, it's just like information, maybe it's credits. So are you gonna look at it on your communicator?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just plug this thing
Yeah.
inside
Yeah, I just
into the
jam it.
communicator, and it's this game.
She's like, no, practice safe sex.
There is a game called Core Slammer. It's an augmented reality game, and this is an entire army. Each individual credit little stick contains like an army with different units, and you can place them on like any flat surface and fight them with somebody else.
Like Rock'em Sock'em Robot?
This Core Hammer game is more like a game that exists in this world.
Beyblades? Not a sponsor.
Yeah, very much. Beyblade's not a sponsor.
Ooh, Beyblades.
Let 'em.
But yeah, you find all these things.
Dope.
Are you guys fucked up? I'm gonna sense motivate if I need to.
Yeah, Shade is sitting up against the wall and like pretty much just shut down, like sitting there like this.
Cigarette between the fingers.
Yeah. Not looking great.
Are you resting to resolve that for yourself?
I am resting to resolve my stamina issue. If that is
Gibbs
what
is gonna kind of like awkwardly hover, but like not offer help, but like make herself available if someone wants to apologize and ask for help.
Damn, girl, that's all right.
And just
All
wanna be
right.
like, wow, look at the mural on the ceiling. like, oh, my nail's so dirty, and just sort of like scuff the dirt a little.
Look at its face.
And then like she'll give that like 10 minutes while she heals, kind of like, you know, being like, oh, look at my little, you know, my little boo boo, and I'm like,
So you fix up the hang now. No problem.
Bubs,
Amen.
Gibbs, I could use a heal.
sure.
Oh.
This is a.
Gibbs, it's me, Bubs.
Yeah.
Can I
Alright,
get a
where
heal?
are you
Oh.
standing? And are you 30 feet within shade?
Yeah, I'm like right.
Damn. Then only by a byproduct of healing Bubs, I will heal. The
Damn,
party.
I really wanted him to have to say, damn.
But you know, character growth, not
Go
totally.
over there and then I'll heal you.
Right. Oh, come here. Hold on, I gotta roll it. But yeah.
Hang on, let me take out my tape measure. You hold this shade?
Does the sheet metal look like approximately 1 foot?
So you're gonna shake this bottle. It's like the champagne bottle effect.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
I just have to roll my dice on the internet.
Yeah,
'cause,
no, it's a lot of dice.
It's too much for me to do math.
48 D20s.
Oh, it's only 29.
Oh,
48. Oh, 29 D20s?
Sorry.
No.
The total is 29,
Oh.
but that doesn't even get beautiful.
What the fuck? What
So
is
I'm
that?
trying to
Like a
decide if
level
I wanna do it
25
again.
spell?
Plus 17. Oh, actually, you know, it does get beautiful.
so you pop this bottle of dirty trash juice off your back and shake it like champagne, and as it across the party, Bubbles and Shade, you all get a little bit of healing.
I only need stamina points, so.
Oh, anyway.
How much do we get?
20, whatever I just said, 29.
29.
Total. Okay.
29 total is all you get.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm at full now, so, like,
I'm almost.
Cool.
I'm better.
I tracked
Echo, are you
the-
doing anything, or are you just kind of resting in this time?
Echo is precisely not doing anything.
Okay. You are actively not doing anything.
Are you not doing anything here or somewhere else?
I am not doing anything wherever Gibbs was when they healed.
Oh, I don't know. I would have, yeah,
Put you down.
somewhere over there I would have been
Okay.
fucking around, you
No
know.
problem. So 10 minutes goes by as all of you either loot the room or engage in some kind of a restful activity. Excuse me. At the end of this, all of you who want to can mark off the effects of that 10-minute wait. Or you could add, 38 cards to your inventory.
Yeah, dude, I've got 4 yellow eyes drift dragons.
You got 4?
I'm working on my 5th one.
One of them has red eyes for some reason.
Yeah.
Real bootleg.
They're all looking a little different. But,
Sorry, this
Yo, it was a natural 20 though to copy them.
stamina points is once per. Stamina points is, I can do it every short rest or every short
You
rest as long as I.
spend one resolve
Resolve
point
points
Okay,
for
I have
regain
enough
to full SPM.
Oh, then look, I'm fully healed. Yeah.
I am feeling perfectly healthy as well.
Nice.
So I imagine we're all like meet up at this
Sure.
point.
Yeah, up to you guys.
Gonna stand up after
So-
resting.
Okay.
They say this king is someone named Bridget.
Brigitte, yeah.
Brigitte.
Can I do like a quick infosphere search for Brigitte?
Yeah, make a
like,
cultures check.
on
Take a
the
+4
bounty
conditional
board?
modifier. Something about that. You're going to look specifically on the bounty boards?
Starting with the bounty boards and then like expanding to like
Take a +2 conditional
Divers
modifier.
Nice.
Can I tell you what he looks like? He looks like 8 foot tall with black eyes and kind of sketchy.
How do you know that, Gibbs?
I saw it in the memories of
Okay.
the bishop guy right there.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
You know how like when your life flashes before your eyes?
With a natural 20, you search Brigitte, and doing it within the context of some of the things that you've seen recently. Give me just 1 second.
Well, I've had my life flash before my eyes, but it's usually just like the boring parts, like cleaning and like, getting ready.
Well, sometimes when someone kills you, that's what they get to see too.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
You've never. Okay.
You've never killed a man?
I mean, you've killed plenty. I would have thought you would have known.
You look around, and there's just corpses all over the place that are from you, Bubbles.
Bubs feels like a tinge of like, maybe things aren't like the movies.
Shade, with your natural 20, as you query the infosphere, searching for this information, Bridget, relating to virtual reality, relating to augmented reality. And there's one result that catches your eye. It's on a weird, obscure infosphere message board, and it says, "It is real." And you click on this and tap over to it, and it's a screenshot of an infosphere page that lists the staff for a game called Fantasy Quest. The lead programmer is an individual named Brigitte von Tazitov. They are a Verthrani, which are typically 8 feet tall humanoids with delicate kind of features, gangly limbs, and purely black, almost mouse-like eyes.
What was the species called?
Verthani.
Verthani.
Could I get his last name again?
Brigitte von Tazitov.
Trazzitoff. Trazitov.
Trazitov.
I may have said it wrong the first time.
Von
I
Trazitov.
apologize.
Do you share?
Yeah.
And with
That's the guy!
With a natural 20, and yes, certainly
That's the guy!
With a natural 20, I would say you also note this individual, they, because of their species, when they're Eden Prime Station and other places, the relative normal gravity for all of you, it is almost impossible for them to move. And so in all the pictures, as you like tab through whatever this person took before this website was erased, there are a few pictures of this individual, and most of the time they are bound to like a hover chair kind of device. Their limbs are like gangly and almost uncomfortably thin. And so you'd imagine in normal gravity, they could break quite easily. You note there is an individual that seems to be pushing this chair. In almost every picture, they stand in the back, and they are a little bit inconspicuous to the point that they really stand out to you. This is an individual that is making themselves inconspicuous, but when you really look at them, it's surprising because they're massive and they carry themselves like a military individual, almost certainly.
What's that guy look like?
Which guy?
The assistant-y guy who's being...
They're a human,
Yeah.
and I would say with that natural 20 shade, you query around a little bit, and there's very little information about them, but you do find out that they were a USR soldier named Portis Tambo. There is no information about where they served. Say again?
Portis Tambo.
Portis Tambo. Aside from being assigned roughly to the Pacific Fleet, and there is nothing. There is no commendations. There is no public service history. There is no date of enlistment. There is no social media.
Brigitte von Trazitov is likely the king that they are speaking of. She was the lead programmer for the game.
What was the game again? Sorry.
Fantasy Quest.
Fantasy, that's it.
Well, I guess if I could craft my reality, I'd probably make myself a king too. You think they're actually here? I mean, that guy was gonna run. You think they're downstairs?
All of the information about them shows that normal gravity is likely very dangerous for them. Their body is frail. They have an attendant with them in most photographs. However, this person is more concerning than Brigitte herself. There's no information. The only thing that I got was a name, Portis Tambo, a former soldier of the USR, assigned to the Pacific Fleet.
So if they're here and we have normal gravity, do you think they compensated for that disadvantage in some way?
I believe the hover car that they are often seated in provides some level of protection.
Gibbs, you said they came here to craft the perfect reality, but how is this perfect? Wasn't one of the guards saying that there was a usurper? That doesn't sound like a perfect...
No, well, I don't mean that they're crafting a perfect reality. I'm saying if I was to craft my reality, wouldn't I want to put myself on the top of a pyramid? With power, control?
But
Right
That
now,
might be what this looks like.
their motives don't matter. What matters is finding them and getting answers, specifically about Blue and the Hulk of the Husk.
Motives matter. If we understand motives, then we might not end up in the same situation I ended up in before.
Discovering their motives will be easier if we can find them.
But by then it's too late. We can't go into a situation with any amount of social stealth if we don't know enough. And sometimes talking that out loud is helpful.
We've lost the opportunity for stealth already.
No, but we can have a conversation potentially where it's, here's something you might want. Here's what we want. We want Blue out of here, and we want the monster of the mist. Hulk of the Husk? Whatever it's called.
I love it.
Husk.
Gibbs said it right.
Yeah, monster of the mist, whatever. Some other acronym.
I haven't ruled any
CPA
of
of
that
the
out.
fog.
Well, why don't you clue
All
us
I'm
all
saying-
in?
I have. That is all that I found.
But
Guys.
talking about it's helpful.
Maybe we could do a walk and talk, guys. My legs and my hitting arms are getting kind of tired.
We need to keep moving to find Brigitte. When we find Brigitte, we'll find answers. That is all that I know.
Okay, lead the way.
Down we go.
I'm gonna lead the way
Okay.
down the stairs.
You lead the way. It's a ramp.
Is feeding
Down the
her
ramp.
Tamagotchi.
You make your way down the ramp, and as you do, all along the left and right hand sides on these concrete walls, you can see there's a number of different posters, but most prominent of them is a backlit LED, kind of almost like what we would see as like a movie poster, where it has like the light box behind it to illuminate from behind. And this reads, Toontag Arena. Stop the alien invaders. And you can see this animated aquatic looking alien that looks like a fish person with like these little very like stereotypical humanoid kind of like alien appendages that come out of their head. It's almost like it's pretty cartoonish, and I would say you might even see like a vague stab at like Lashunta a little bit in the imagery here.
Like racially charged imagery
Yikes.
from like World War II propaganda.
Little bit less overt than that, but like this is definitely somebody did this to like it's somebody who is not super fond of Lashunta that did this art. This is
graffiti.
yeah, well, kind of like the aliens look a little bit like Lashunta,
Yeah.
and
Kind
they,
of like when they have video games where it's like the stereotypical bandito with like the poncho and
kind of like that.
sombrero.
Yeah, if you think of that like for sci-fi, that's like the alien version. Yeah, that's kind of like that.
Spice
It's not tasteful.
ends her
It's not.
cigarette into the image.
Okay. You put it out, and the LEDs just kind of flicker twice and then go dead.
There's this floor and then one more after.
This is the last
This is
floor.
the last floor.
Bub is gonna say, yeah, I don't really like that either.
There are all kinds of signs here, and you can see signs that point to different kinds of rules. Running is encouraged, but look where you're going. You can see there are rules that if your vest is flashing, you can't tag anyone. There are all kinds of different things, and many of them have been torn down or covered up by like leaflets and things that point out to evictions, health notice violations, things that went up when this place closed down. But all kind of mixed in.
So we've been to a laser park arena.
You've been to a laser tag arena, yeah.
Is this laser tag?
It looks really similar.
Is this toon tag? Is there signs for toon tag?
There are all over the place. And so what you're realizing as you get to the bottom of this place and directly in front of you, you can see there is like a trio of arcade machines that are currently on and have power. You can see they're interspersed with like little bathroom stalls. But then off to the left and off to the right, there are entries for two different teams for this laser tag kind of thing. However, a little different. You can see the way it's set up. There's like a little demonstration screen on, and there's somebody who you put these little hand things on, and it's literally laser tag. You have to put your hands on the other people's vests, and you run through this space. And as you are in this place, there's these little videos that are going, and it tells the story of you are the USR Marines. You are landing on this aquatic world to fend off the alien invaders. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense that you're landing on their world and fending off the invaders. That would kind of be you. But this has been very like it's for this game.
Right.
And you can see there is a number of different like aquatic, you see like a wrecked ship off in the distance. Part of it looks like almost like a little landing site with shipping containers and other little elements. Would a visual perspective be helpful?
Oh, of course I would.
Give me 1 second here. Can you clear off all your minis? You can leave the divers if you want.
Just to get them off easily.
Chili.
Do you want me to lift up this one? get it out of the way.
Yeah, watch your head there, camera.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got it. Yeah, cleared it with expert. Spice is fingering the lanyard around her neck, being like, "Which game are we gonna play today?"
Every time that it loses contact with the back of their neck, the lights go off, and so it seems like it has like a galvanic receptor back there.
Galvanic, that's a nice
Are
word.
you showing that?
Yeah, she's not hiding it.
Can I make a computer's check to see what that is relative to the game, like how it functions, what its
staff
what its
badge.
role within
She
that
like
is?
goes up to a booth and like waves it. Holy good Jesus!
19.
Oh,
boy.
Ah, the visual perspective is
You
spicy.
got that side?
I'm getting mini golf
I was gonna
vibes.
say, it feels like mini golf, but like bigger and better.
Yeah, this is like full immersion mini golf.
Oh, that's
Hang
awesome.
on, I got some other
Hey, it's
stuff
the
here.
thing you- Right?
I feel like a lot of this is
Well, the thing
Dan.
that you
Is this you?
that you got.
No, that's a aquarium.
Those, yeah, I was talking about this guy.
Yeah, that's 3D printed.
And you can see from here the rainbow lights.
We're coming from this.
Definitely a little.
Look at these fun ones! Oh my god, they're different colors this time.
And so in the entirety of this space,
There's a little arcade machine.
you would imagine that there's going to be a -3 ranged weapon attack modifier.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Nice.
bummer. Okay.
Oh, Joe, this is so cool. This is so nice.
And big thanks to you, Dan, because you printed out a bunch of
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah, damn.
Woo!
I can see the three
3D
lanes,
printers
too.
are cool.
You have such a good design.
Oh yeah, it's like.
Is that a thing in
what's
like
the-
paintball to have
It's,
lanes?
In first-person shooters, there's a thing called 3 lanes,
Oh.
which is like how you.
Not just first person, just
yeah,
game design
It's
in
game
general.
design. Yeah.
Shows how much
I was
played.
thinking, what's
any
the-
games
I don't
other than
know
this
because I
one?
never played
inside
it. What's that one?
little structure.
Like World of no.
Could you all have put one, or anybody who could reach the very far
Or-
corner in that little like
what's that?
teleporter looking thing?
Yeah.
What's that game? Is
And
Talon,
then Dan,
you know
can you
what I'm
slide this in that
talking
little
about, I bet.
cave underneath that thing right there?
I don't know. You just.
Right in there.
League of Legends? Isn't that
League of
it?
Legends.
Is that the one?
It's
like
that's a lane
3
game, yeah.
That's the yeah.
One more.
That's
Don't
what
concurrence, please.
I've never played.
All right, there we go.
I hear good things, but lanes
smell
don't
nice.
feel.
I played
glad.
the original.
So that is what you see. You can see all these blinking lights kind of flashing all over the place, and every now and then, off in the distance, you could hear this, and like steam comes in over the top.
Out of what?
Steam.
No, sorry. What's that coming out from?
It seems like some kind of vents or something in the distance. And actually, Gibbs, looking up, you could see there are, in all of the floors, there have been these kind of modular rail systems meant for lights and signage. This has a number of different, like, projectors and fog machines and speakers and things like that that have all been mounted to it. The lights here flash and do make it a little bit disorienting, and you would imagine kind of difficult to shoot. The shadows are a little strange, and all along the space, you can hear kind of electronic sounds and the strange sounds of like aliens, and you hear like the sound of lasers firing off in the distance, but all just like sound effects from the actual game itself, as far as you could tell.
So we're at the bottom of the ramp, right? And about to. Okay.
Spice.
So- So I guess I have a question about the map.
Sure.
So we're in an atrium that's got like arcades, or some of these things are arcades.
So right now, in where you are stepping up, there's like this kind of little like arcade machines and stuff. You can see there's 3 of them: the red one, the
okay.
yellow one,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the orange one. Those are like little arcade cabinets.
Okay.
Everything else, this is all like a laser tag arena.
Okay.
It looks like this is almost like a waiting space for people who are waiting for the next game.
Okay.
And then up, mounted above those 2 bathroom stalls, there are screens that have scoreboards, presumably. They're just kind of dark, showing that they have power, but no real imagery running on them right now.
Spice. Do you sense anyone's thoughts?
Spice takes a deep breath in and
What's the range on
out
that?
of her 120 feet.
Can we say we've like moved
Yeah,
into the room now?
Spice takes a deep breath, just like closes her eyes and creeps her consciousness across the ground.
I think it's most of this area.
It is in a cone, but 120-foot cone across. Yeah.
It's probably like up to somewhere around here. I didn't do the math.
Spice. Right here. there is a blip in your mind of intelligence.
Here, I'll do a smaller
Okay.
blip.
I mean, I can't. So it takes 3 rounds. So we're gonna be here for
That's 18 seconds.
It's
yeah,
not very
18
long.
seconds.
So you wait there for a second. You feel that intelligence. You can feel it kind of shift back and forth, maybe like pacing, maybe 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right. The second round comes around, and you get the intelligence score, I believe.
I do indeed.
Just 1 second here. Go back to my drive. Okay. The intelligence score for this individual is 13.
Okay.
Not very intelligent.
And then you get surface thoughts, but they get a saving throw, correct?
Yes, I do.
All right. What kind of save?
Let me see. Detect thoughts is going to be a will save.
Okay. With a will save, that is a abysmal failure. And as you feel this
Amazing.
mind, Spice, what really sticks out to you about this is that this mind is scarred. Beyond just the intelligence that you can feel, there is a dark corner to this mind, and you're familiar with this because this is a place where this individual has put something that they don't want to look at. And in your experience, there is the repression index. In your experience, this is where a lot of wartime memories go. There is a similarity to this mind to your own.
Olive just got chills. Spice only says, oh, what is Spice gonna fucking say? Spice, so everybody can actively see, like, she has her eyes closed and she makes a sharp, small inhale like she would if she sensed somebody. And she just goes, there's somebody here.
Do you have their approximate location?
She hesitates. Approximate?
As close as you can find.
She swallows extremely hard. Looks at Shade and goes, their, what was the word? Repression index? What was the word?
That was a joke mostly. But they are repressing something. There's something that they are keeping away from their mind. And at the same time, as you feel their kind of surface thoughts bubble up, it's very strange. It's not words. It's really more pictures that you are seeing.
Okay.
Like a dark place or a dark corner.
You're seeing a grassy field. You're seeing through their own eyes this kind of imagery in front of them. There is this tall, what looks like maybe like a cottonwood tree, just with all these flowers and leaves that are blowing in the distance. You can see like a stone column off in the distance as well. And you're realizing that you are seeing this individual as they are perceiving this place. They're in this game.
Oh.
What is it?
Baby, okay?
It's weird. It's not, I can see their thoughts. I can't hear them. It's different this time. They're in the game, but this person deserves to stay alive. They're here, but they don't deserve to die. Don't kill them. Just don't kill them.
We won't try to. We need answers.
Okay, let's just go.
Let's try to sneak up on them. We'll flank, capture them alive.
And then Spice
See if
will
we can
close her
get
eyes and just
answers.
point in their general direction then.
Echo is like. Echo will rush up. Yeah, rush it, and then try to sneak in behind the person.
Okay. So wait, where are you rushing to?
Where Spice pointed out the person
Okay.
was, they're gonna try and like rush around to see if they can find the person.
I'm gonna ping to Echo as they're going. Once you have visual contact, let us know, and we'll put ourselves in position.
So everybody place yourselves where you want to be before Echo like kind of moves into the space.
Oh, well, into this
There's
space?
like no
or
gate area,
yeah.
right?
There's no gate. It's vaguely marked with these like painted lines on the floor.
Arrows for the
I
3
I
lines.
kind of
Exactly,
don't want to
yeah.
go too far out though, because I want Echo to take the lead.
What does
So
this
I
toon
don't wanna-
tag pass do?
I don't want to put myself.
We're about to find
Shade,
what's
sorry,
that
did
like
you looked up what that does? Kind of like looking at the pass and what it actually
Yeah, yeah,
does.
yeah.
So
Oh, and I got a dirty 20 for that.
within this space,
Can you put me like on the
within
side of
this
the black
space,
thing?
there is a
on the
place
black thing. I
where
want
a
the
special weapon is stored. It is the only thing that has range within this whole space, and so if you're able to unlock it,
It's like
exactly. And so during birthday parties, typically you give the birthday
boy.
person this pass, and so they can go and find this kind of like cache, get the secret weapon, and use that. It probably isn't a super combat effective weapon, but it is probably a pretty hidden area, for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
Can I detect
I'll send the
magic?
PDF of the rules that I found or whatever to everyone so that it's like
Your detect magic. What is the range on that?
60?
60 feet.
60, yeah.
Where are you located?
I'm in this kind of far corner, but it's a 60-foot cone with my vision.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do and up and down.
So to the left, to the right, and you don't see anything.
say spice
Echo.
with
Yeah,
Echo's
but-
already gone. I
Oh,
think.
whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're all placed where you want to be?
Yeah, I'll just do that, and we can do
Okay.
Echo's thing.
So Echo, where are you getting up
I was
to?
gonna say, spice
You
with
know
the
that this
gloves with
person is
Gibbs.
probably roughly where that cat is.
Wherever you want to be.
And so if you're going,
Gloves with Gibbs.
if you're going along that far side there, you're kind of entering between these two, what are actually very real generators that probably broke down and were purchased as scrap. You go by what you check and see are not real fuel cells. They look like them. They have that red cap, but they're just regular fuel cells. And then are you going straight down that little like lane?
Yep.
Okay. And how far are you going before you start being stealthy?
What's my speed penalty? Like, how if I were to move as stealthy as I can all the way up,
You're moving half speed.
half speed?
Stealth the whole way.
Stealth the whole
There you go.
way?
Make a stealth check.
Which is 4,000 feet.
That's only half of the speed of
Only half of a mile.
so slow.
You moved up?
I moved up. I don't know. I'm not waiting for shit.
27.
Okay, so Echo runs home, grabs some more supplies, runs back, and gets about halfway up. With a 27, you feel pretty hidden, and you make your way. Where are you going to? If you're moving at half speed, where can you get to?
Echo can go.
600 feet.
Well,
It's close.
Yeah.
it's close.
It's 480, something like
Or
that.
something.
So 60 times 6. 6 times 6 is
36, 360.
60 halved is 180.
Okay, so 180 feet, no
fine,
problem. You can go as pretty much all the way up to that brown crate.
Oh, this one.
Nope, no. Yeah, all the way up to there. In fact, you can go beyond. But as you get to roughly that area, I would say with your stealth check, part of that 27 is that you recognize there are these things that have been set up, probably as part of the laser tag thing. They're like motion sensors. And these are designed to probably cause other lights to go off to indicate to people that like there's somebody coming close to the base. You can see that the end of the wall is coming up. So you're close to the end of this field. And laser tag, typically there's bases. And so you would imagine you're getting pretty close.
I'm gonna swap out for the
Echo
rope gun.
Okay.
The
stops
neck gun. Right.
and kind of just like does the little spy peek around the corner.
Okay. You stop. And with that check, give me 1 second.
Roll for initiative.
My bad.
Roll, Rick, roll, Rick,
There's
roll, Rick,
another
roll.
dragon.
It's Yellow Eyes Drift Dragon. I hope you guys know I'm gonna say that every single game from now on.
Yes, please.
You catch them with that 27 right as they had like turned and walked. And now they turn around and walk to look down the other lane, and you catch them right as they turn. And so you can see from the back, it's been partially painted over to make it look a little bit more fantasy friendly, more green. But you can still see under areas where pieces have been scraped away and in very real combat, dark blue, which would indicate that this was probably USR armor at some point. And this is a pretty high grade of armor. It's not power armor, but certainly it appears to be of a fairly elite nature.
Is it Portis Tambo? I don't know.
You have no idea. Maybe.
But the figure is built pretty heftily.
Yes, they're probably close to 6'5", and you can see in their hands they hold some kind of a device that looks almost like a shotgun that has some kind of an electromagnetic accelerant towards the front of it.
Echo kind of pings the whisper comm to Bluetooth it.
Okay.
And would describe said well-armored individual.
Okay.
Gonna start to stealthily make my way up towards, not all the way up, but to try and get in a position to flank with.
Before we get into initiative, can someone explain 3 lanes to me again?
So there's this lane here.
Yeah.
There's this lane up the middle, and then there's the lane on your side.
Why are there lanes?
So from a
though?
game design standpoint,
It's not a,
the big thing is basically, so if you think about this from a game standpoint, 2 teams playing laser tag.
And you're coming at each other from 2 different.
Correct,
Yeah.
and it's very even because there's 3 different ways that you can go.
Okay.
That means that you can't just block off one place and have it just be a stalemate. You have to protect different places.
Okay.
And so it creates different areas and a cross section in which there's a kind of heated point for battle.
And it can be in any of the lanes.
Because you're
typically?
bound to enter into combat in one of the
it's
3
just
lanes,
one of
and then
the
it's sort of
archetypes.
back
Yeah.
and
Game design.
forth.
There's many.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sneak up as well.
So this is one lane, and then this
Okay.
under here
This
is one
middle
lane.
one is the central lane. This way around here is a lane.
This snake's
and
a little
then
bit, and this
a
one is
lane.
straight.
And then
Okay.
these are
The
kind
central
of
lane
open
is,
spaces because
impervious
those are the
to
bases that they kind of all converge at.
And I would say, you as Echo goes forwards and you guys are taking a second to kind of get ready and position yourself, you look over and you can see there is a tactical holographic table that is projecting these strike ships coming in and this holographic little alien exploding, and you can see just beyond that there are these 2 colored barrels that are covered in these little sensors. That is probably your base. And it would stand to reason that the other base is on the opposite side of the map.
Can I
Okay.
ask a question?
Yeah.
From a safety perspective,
Sure.
Emergency exits, sprinkler systems, there's
Doesn't exist.
what's the protocol for getting 50 screaming kids out of here if all hell broke loose?
That's a great question. How are you trying to figure that out?
Gibbs puts on her little OSHA hat that she keeps in her back pocket and is like, wonder how that would work.
Make a cultures check.
Great.
Can we continue positioning
Yeah,
ourselves?
yeah.
Okay. That's one day.
28.
So I'll take the middle lane.
Okay. So stop right there. And Spice, you in particular,
Oh,
are you
shit.
being stealthy?
I'm gonna say no, because I think Spice would be overcome with this individual's backstory that she saw.
So you stay right there, no problem. You're kind of approaching it, and you can see the surface thoughts here of this individual. They're going to guard the king. And in your mind, you can hear just these surface thoughts of, they trusted me, and we're almost there. We can almost help everybody. They turn around, and you could hear them kind of check the left side. And he turns and starts walking back. But he's very vigilant, this individual. They still have not noticed Echo, though. No thoughts about Echo. Gibbs, what was your roll?
28.
28, and that was cultures, right?
Yeah.
So when this was a parking garage, you would imagine that not just ramps, there has to be probably at least 2 staircases and an elevator somewhere. You haven't seen them.
Yeah.
You remember that, I don't think he said anything about it. You would imagine that in a place like this, where they're trying to make it more of a fantasy thing, those are probably hidden away. You saw on the floor above, some elements of the actual structure were hidden behind these kelp forests. So where the fire extinguisher was, kelp forest to cover that up. And so probably something like that.
So no red exit sign?
Nothing.
Okay.
And that's in and of itself a GOSHA violation
Right.
for sure.
I'm looking for what's the alternative out here.
Yeah.
So there's a corner that's got one of those tubes like at the post office, and you just like throw the kids in
yeah.
there and they just get shot up.
It's a
Pneumatic
pneumatic
food,
tube.
yeah.
Exactly.
God.
So,
Always want to make a thematic punk kind of world.
yeah,
Just all
exactly.
thematic punk.
Everything
Makes
is
sense,
pneumatic.
steampunk.
Yeah. Pneumatic funk.
And then I'm gonna
Well, that's
catch
my job.
Bubs' eye through
Very
this
pneumatic
perfect
punk.
lane
Okay.
and sort of like wave at him and see if he notices me.
Make a perception check, Bubbles.
I'll throw something at him.
Natty 1.
That's an 8. Not great. Plus.
But your perception's huge.
It's okay. Plus 10. 18.
Okay.
You see, Shade fired me.
With an 18, there is something going on over there. You see something happening, and then you recognize it's Gibbs. Gibbs just waving to you.
And I'm gonna mime. Compass.
Spice, for you,
Compass.
you just hear, I didn't hear anything. And then, Spice, you feel this of air behind you. And all of a sudden,
Oh, no.
right behind you, a 10-foot wide circle just opens up. And
Did you find the cache?
Yes, I have found the cache. I stepped into the trap. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, it's all good.
into a trap.
Oh, looks like he's got something.
Yeah. Oh.
Where are you?
Oh.
Right there.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That guy just teleport?
What in the is
the guy.
Portis and
I
I
knew he had to have compensated some way.
So you can see not just, and you do see like the mouse-like eyes behind the helmet, but the body is very mechanical, and you can see elements of very like home-built issues. I would say everybody go ahead and make a sense motive check in this brief moment. Actually, no, not everybody. Spice, make a sense motive check. You're the only one seeing this.
Great.
Roll 11.
Sense
Roll.
motive.
I'm there.
Just I go
I've got
see
line of
him
sight.
like disappear.
No. Yeah, you would. So in that brief moment, what you see is beneath him, this 10-foot wide circle opens, and you can see briefly like Spice on top. And in that moment, Echo, detaching themselves from that crate, almost like their limbs hooked into the wood itself.
We're playing with portals. now.
Almost like invisibility flickers and falls away. This active camouflage melts from this metallic body, and they drop through this slice in reality. As they land behind Spice, we're going to take a quick break and then and roll for initiative. Thank you for sticking with us so far. We'll be back in just a bit. Thank you. And thank you for sticking with us through the break. Thank you for counting down. It's delayed on your phone. We've talked about this so many times.
I
Our
know.
monitor is live.
I know.
It's literally just off to your left.
Yeah, but I gotta turn my neck. What the fuck do you expect from
Oh,
me?
man. It's like, you know what? It's like you can just see right there. Look, it's literally a
It's
TV
literally
right there.
It's so far away.
It's not.
And he
And it's
just
a
won't look
huge
at it.
I'm not an owl.
But it's delayed on your phone. is the
Take
point.
your expectations and lower them.
Anyways, thank you for sticking with us through the break. If you did, I got messed up my camera and everything now. If you did, it was worth it. It was definitely the live camera was definitely worth it. We're gonna jump right into initiative as a rip in reality opens behind Spice, and the
You're about to take some things.
individuals that you are fighting drop down behind you.
It's probably good that it's you because you have high charisma. You can maybe like beg for mercy pretty well.
We'll fucking see.
If everybody could go ahead and roll for initiative.
You're not dead.
Not bad.
Nice.
Looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad.
Looks pretty good for me.
Second.
14. 18.
Okay. Anybody natural 20? Ooh.
Those names.
Anybody 25 to 20?
25.
Nice.
25 for Echo. Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
18 as well.
Okay. So we'll do Bubbles and then Shade.
What?
Doesn't he have a higher? Don't you have a higher dex,
Oh,
Bubbles?
I think we have the same.
I'm higher.
No, you have +4 dex?
No, I have +5.
Oh,
Oh wait,
okay.
I do have +4, but I have +6
Same.
initiative.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay,
There
sure.
we go. So Shade, then Bubbles. 15 to 10.
You go first.
10.
10 for Spice. Spice, what is your dexterity score?
Dexterity squared.
Score.
Oh, I was like.
If you want to give it to me squared, I mean, that's just kind of extra work for both of us.
144.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
12.
Yeah, really?
Yep.
Wow.
12 times 12 is 144. That's one of the only squares that
I have
can,
a-
like, actually.
Gibbs, where are you?
You know, the lights are so pretty. I'm a natural 4.
Ooh.
DM, kind
Also, I'm
and
trying
gracious.
to like mime to Bubs, so
What?
I'm a little distracted.
Can I have a swift action as this person lands and I hear them land behind me?
If you want to give them a swift action back.
Yes,
Okay.
I will take this gamble. I'm going to. All she does is turn around and she sees Brigitte behind her and Polaris or whatever his name is. Portis. And she almost immediately wants to snap into her GPF salute, but then she knows that Portis is in USR armor, so she goes for the GPF salute, but then she like switches in the USR salute.
Okay. Make a. And what is your intention with this? What are you trying to do?
Peace. She's just like, peace.
Make a
I don't want to
deception
fight.
check.
Oh, you mean a bluff check?
Bluff check, sorry,
perchance?
yes, bluff check.
Don't mind if I do.
It's good that it was.
Wow. So for everybody, bluff is my highest stat, and I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh, that's rough.
This is the second time this has happened
That's
You
rough.
got a 6 on your little.
on my bonus
jail.
dice.
Into jail.
So you turn and you just give the USR salute, snapping it up
Wow,
just
that
promptly,
blows.
but it's almost second nature for you to do the GPF one, and so it really comes out wonky. It's halfway between both of them, and you almost just strike this guy in the chest. As you do that, almost as a reaction, they level this shotgun at you and they pull the trigger.
Okay.
And that is going to be. Well, they get a -4 conditional modifier because this is like as they're falling down, but that is still going to be a 26 to hit.
Yep.
And Spice. And actually,
I like this music.
Spice, behind you, this like piece of glass that is shaped to look like a tower of emerald shatters as a 15-foot cone just erupts in fire and lead.
Yep.
And you take 24 points of piercing and fire damage. And if you could make a fortitude saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh no, it's in my lap!
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll your little
Yeah.
The way
bungee
you
dice
said
here.
that, it sounded like it was like
It's
a
cold.
slug or something
Yeah.
that fell in.
Oh, bummer. Okay, what'd you say? It was a reflex?
It was a
Fortitude?
fortitude saving throw.
That was a 10.
A 10. So you are knocked prone as this blast hits you square in the chest. They land on their feet as you land on your back and just kind of fall hard on the laser tag arena floor.
Yep.
That is the swift actions at the start of combat, which brings us to the start of the round, Echo. And the way that this works out, Echo, you are starting us off, followed by Shade, followed by Bubbles, then Brigitte, then this commando dude, then Spice, and then Gibbs at the very
He's
bottom.
commando? He's commando? Right now?
He is
Here?
like
There's children!
Like
There are no children.
dick in the wind, this guy.
I'm a
No,
child.
he is, this is Portis. So, Echo, what would you like to do? You see this like rip in reality just disappear.
And Echo can't see them from where they are now, right?
Correct. You just see blinking lights and a broken ship.
Shit. Echo sneaks forward and like looks at the ground and looks around and looks for.
Make a perception check.
Shade.
are you moving?
Echo moves forward, yeah. Rolling with the trend.
What was that?
Rolling with the trend.
Ooh, okay. So you like turn and look, and you look right as Spice's cowboy hat finishes like rolling out of sight after she is like floored on the ground. You see nothing. No idea where this person could be.
Echo just kind of unholsters their gun and waits.
Okay.
Kind of like looks around, is like,
So looking around, the lights flash. There are shadows moving. It's hard. You don't want to shoot one of your friends. You wait. Anything else, Echo?
That's all for Echo.
There you go. Shade, what would you like to do?
Did we hear the gunfire?
No.
Oh, fuck.
There is like music pulsing here. There are these lights which make, if you're close enough to them, they're so big, a loud, like a pretty big like sound. There is the sound of steam. It's hard to hear, and even over all that, there is a sound of lasers being piped in. This fake alien invasion happening.
So given that I have no idea that anything has happened, I'm just gonna keep stealthing up. But
Okay.
I guess is that full movement or full action to move, and then it's halved because I'm in stealth.
Correct. Yeah,
So
we can say
I
that. Yeah, that makes
go,
sense.
Like 80.
Something like that. You can move pretty far.
I can get right up to Echo.
Very nice. So
Do
Echo, in the time that it takes you to take a step forward, that's like, or basically for you, other way around. Sorry, I messed up. You go up behind Echo. Off to your right, you can see like the elements of this ship, really just like concrete or some kind of resin that's been poured over a mold. And so it's not a real ship broken in half. But it would serve as adequate cover, and so it probably serves in that function.
Do I see this guy here now?
From where you are, I would say, yeah, you probably see them, and you're seeing like a little bit of light as that like portal just disappears.
Do I recognize them as
Actually, hang on one
Portis?
second. Let me just double check. Yeah, oh yeah, of course. No problem.
Do I recognize them as Portis?
From what you saw, no. I mean, it's just armor and a helmet. But, I mean, you can use context clues.
Right. I guess. Does Shade having the context?
It would match.
Then as a free action, I'm going to say, Portis, wait.
Tortoise, wait.
Make a diplomacy check. Take a -4 conditional modifier.
Can't it? I'm bad enough as it is. Do I really need the minus?
Yes, and it's actually from a
It's like
status
literally
effect.
minus
That's
4.
fair. It's. I
Minus
mean,
3.
I don't. It
Can't
might be
hear you over the
impossible for me
music.
to do this.
Nat 20, baby.
Ah, is a 19 on the
Oh,
die.
damn.
But that's
Hey.
still. What was it? A diplomacy?
Yes.
15.
With the -4 minus your normal?
I have a +0.
Spice, as your like link to detect thoughts fade, as you were like shot in the chest and you fall to the ground, the last thing that you are able to kind of detect is this kind of like almost imperceptible shift where it's like they recognize that there is a threat coming and they can sense that there is like shade coming down this side, and so unable to really you hear like this weak word come in, but you almost can't like make it out. You hear Shade's voice. They don't seem to be able to make it out either.
Okay.
Anything else, Shade?
That's full action to stealth up there. Quick action to do that, and then I don't really have anything to do with my exocortex at the moment, so
Alrighty.
I guess I could hack this, but there's no point. It's a green light.
You hack the stones. Bubbles, what would you like to do?
Bubs isn't gonna play charades with Gibbs, but he'll make note that Gibbs is trying to contact him, and just free action, whisper, just normal comm, and say, "What do you want to talk to me?"
Oh
about?"
shit, we have cell phones in this world.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
But
You don't have to yell.
Yeah.
charades is also Bubs would love to play with you sometime.
So you just, and Bubbles goes, yes, what?
If we ever actually hung out on the ship.
They have in the past until their relationship died after Oars Bay.
Team charades group.
All right, so
you guys.
Bubbles,
No, we're still close.
what you doing?
Made it.
I'm
They
holding her murder
recovered.
secret. That's pretty close.
True.
That's very
So
close.
Bubbles, you end up inside this archway of fake stone.
So it is dark and there's flashing lights. Do I see like Spice on the corner here, or these guys with guns?
You don't see Spice, but you definitely see those guys with guns.
Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Okay,
Bubs.
make your attack roll. You throwing the Dothko?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
This is gonna be a standard attack before.
Okay.
That's a 3 plus 13, so 16.
That is a miss. You throw this Dothko, and almost as like a secondary reaction, this individual just takes the armored kind of gauntlet that they have, and they smack the Dothko aside, and their arm almost jerks off. It's strong. They are knocked almost backwards, but it's able to deflect that and deal no damage to them. Anything?
Dako lands in my hand, and I just stare a mighty warrior glare at him, because I feel like we have a warrior connection.
Okay. You stare at the back of their head as they are already turned around to face the other direction. But that is your turn, Bubbles. That brings us to head programmer Brigitte. So this individual, almost like basically a metallic body at this point, stretches over top you, Spice. They're going to walk around and kind of like get to here, I think. Yeah,
It's
very
dope.
cool.
That,
the one-
yeah, that one with the like celestial
the
star.
box, right?
Yeah, and you can see as they walk over, almost like bladed feet just kind of slide on the pavement around, and they trace right over to where you are, Spice. And they say, "Another servant of the usurper. Not this time." And they take their hand, and you can see as they crack their knuckles, all along the metallic bits, these inlaid bits of filament begin to grow red hot. You can see the air shift around them, and you are prone.
Hey, yes, I am.
Okay.
Don't I get
So-
like a +4 to AC because I'm prone, or is it -4?
That is against ranged weapon attacks.
That's
Give me one
fucked.
second. I think it's much
Bad
worse.
times
Yes.
for you
Yeah.
when you're prone getting melee attacked. It's
Great.
like in D&D it's advantage. So in Starfinder,
What is
it's
it in
probably like a
Starfinder?
It's +4.
Okay.
So if it's a +4, that is going to be a 38 to hit.
yeah, dude.
And as they hit you with
Yeah,
these
crush me.
blazing knuckles, you are going to be taking
Oh man, blazing.
Spice.
That's like what it spells.
It is a spell, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, it's like,
there
oh,
is-
yeah, it's so
you're taking
blazing knuckles.
21 points of fire and slashing damage as these knuckles hit you, and you can feel the filament itself is almost like a bladed garrote that has been inlaid into the fist, and it slashes and it burns. And then, as a swift action,
Oh, great.
that's where it gets you.
they are going to snap with the other hand, and beneath you, this 10-foot space just rips. And you and
portals.
them,
Oh, God.
they can't take this other guy, but they're going to take you,
Bye.
Spice.
Bye.
Ah, nice.
Whoa.
You are in the dark, and they're going to just be out here, although they're crowded in there with you as well. I can't get them under here because they're so tall, but they're right under here.
Friends under there.
It's funny because I like picked up this mini and was like, oh, who's this? It's weird. And then literally like put it back.
Spice. as this reality tear rips and you stumble and fall and slam into the ground. You are in this dark, it smells like a resin powder cave. It's like a very fake structure. Within, there are two figures that are tied up. They're bloody, they're battered. One of them, a Yosoki. You can see they are brightly clad. They have this VR helmet that looks very different than the other ones that kind of drapes down one of their shoulders and their back. This is Potato Blue. You also see a figure that you don't quite recognize.
Mission
but
success.
there is a familiarity to them that is almost remarkable, considering the fact that they look like a number of different creatures that have been almost sewn together. Not quite sewn, hard to tell in the darkness. The smell is strange.
Even if I have 60 feet of dark vision?
Even with 60 feet of dark vision, it's
Okay.
hard to tell. This is like a medically hard to tell. And
They got like tons of bones and stuff.
there is just the faintest bit of a smell that reminds you of Bubbles.
Of who?
But that is the end of her turn, and that brings us to Portis.
Why are you
So
looking at me
Portis-
like that?
I don't know what I smell like. It's like
Gonna
my
turn.
I know what you smell like.
like fresh dryer sheets.
It's gonna walk and end 10 feet in front of you.
Yep.
He's going to level this. And what was it that you said to him, Bubbles?
I think I just gave him like a warrior glare.
Just a warrior
Yeah,
glare?
I just like a Clint Eastwood, like we both know. We both know.
Okay. So he's gonna walk then slowly across this space with this shotgun, and then when he's gonna stop 10 feet away from you, and he's going to say,
Dance.
sorry it has to end like this. And he just cocks a shotgun, levels at you. And then you see behind it these elements, this kind of, or not behind it, in the front of the barrels, these electromagnetic kind of almost wheel-like devices begin to glow, and they spin very, very quickly. And you've seen Echo kind of power up a shot in a similar manner.
Yeah.
Bubbles does a 27 hit.
No.
No, very nice. So they fire, and this shotgun explodes across. These little pellets bounce over and across your shield, none of them tearing into you, but this force almost pushes you back. They're going to fire again. That is cocked. That is lower. And so Bubbles, they fire again, and this just scatters. And then that's all that they could do. Can't break up movement of Starfinder.
You're gonna be a lot more sorry if you keep shooting like that.
Okay. That is your turn, or that is their turn, Portis. That is going to bring us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
Spice.
You are prone in a dark cave.
Prone in a dark cave. But I know it's Potato Blue, and I don't really know who's next to me, but I feel the familiar sensation of Bubbles, so Spice immediately trusts. And what Spice is gonna do is she's going to move action, get up from prone, and then with my action, I'm going to untie and unbound these prisoners, and I'm gonna say, I'm Spice, I'm Mosaic Team 5, I came for you, Potato, but we got lost in this, and now we're in pretty fucking deep. Can you offer some explanation?
So you, being fairly good with rope, untie Potato very easily, and they just drop to the ground unconscious.
Oh, they're unconscious?
They were
I
both
didn't
kind of like
realize they
leaned
were
against each
unconscious.
other, and as they drop unconscious, this much larger figure slowly like slides on the wall and on the ground.
Okay, so Spice stops midway through her speech and she's like,
Oh.
"Fuck." And I'm going to try to wake them up.
Okay. Doing what?
I'm gonna shake them, and I'm gonna go, wake up.
Slap him a couple times.
Yeah, slap them. a couple
Okay,
times.
make a diplomacy check.
Okay.
It's a good skill to use.
Gentle slaps.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to wake you up and get some information. Wow! Another natural one, everybody! In the jail!
Natural one.
Wow,
So
that's
you just kind of like
yikes.
you pick up Potato, and there is adrenaline. You just got dropped here, and you look up, and you can see this figure still like crouched over you, and these knuckles still glowing in the dark. And so you just kind of, with the adrenaline, just slap Potato in the face, and like it kind of bounces their head against the ground, and it doesn't wake them up. If anything, they're sleeping more now.
Ah, fucking hell.
Anything else, Spice?
Nope.
Okay, you are still prone on the ground in the dark.
No, I'm up.
Oh,
I
you're
used
up.
my move
Okay.
action to get up.
You standing up
Yes.
in the dark. That is your turn. Gibbs, what would you like to do?
So Gibbs doesn't know what's going on, but she feels the life link, not only like the sudden drop in like your health, just fundamentally, but also that she can tell the distance from you suddenly changes, and there's like a blip where the life link like wavers because you aren't on the plane. So Gibbs is just gonna go. I guess I'm gonna full action, scurry around, and then kind of get to like here and go, Spice.
Okay. So you scurry, and even as you get to what is like essentially like a turned over refrigerator, you glance off to the right, and you can see this like individual as they lower the shotgun and fire twice at Bubbles. You hear Bubbles like mutter something back at them through the cave, and so you can see that. But you burst across and get there. You continue to call out to Spice. But anything else?
I'm here.
Full action. That's 4 times my regular movement.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll probably move because you're fucked up. So, I think that puts me within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, it does.
Then,
Spice! I'm here. You just feel her touching your mind, and she's just saying, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Gibbs,
a
you like
beacon.
slide through, and there's broken glass everywhere. And as you kind of like crunch through, calling out for Spice, with lifelink, you have a vague idea that she is within this cave-like structure.
yeah. So it feels. Oh, and then I can catch Echo. So I'll use my newfound texting ability to say, "You up?"
Awesome.
Echo, in the middle of combat, you get a message that just says "You up?" ? And you can see it's from Gibbs. Your eyes like drift up, and Gibbs is like looking at you and just testing out the communicator. But that is what's happening.
Can you, instead of saying, are you bleeding, can you just start saying, you up?
You up?
I fucking
that is your
love
turn.
that.
Anything else, Gibbs?
Echo is up.
What?
Turn next.
I know. Are you done?
good.
Okay.
I'm just
That is your turn. That brings us to
Literally
Echo.
paving the way for Echo.
Phenomenal. Echo, you catch the sight of Gibbs. What would you like to do?
Make a face at
There's
You just see the two blue eyes like.
and I guess I don't know. Echo doesn't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, it is Gibbs.
Echo's just gonna move forward, I guess. Continue in the direction they saw people. And I think at whatever point they would like notice the big hulking figure.
Honestly,
attacking.
5 more feet on, then around the barrier, you can see him. You can see, the hulking figure.
The whatever the thing is that's like attacking Bubs.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would probably be the first thing they saw.
5 feet
right?
forward to the right, you can see that individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Portis wait.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
You said,
Echo has to contextualize things. That's
Echo
fine.
was right next to me. So.
Yeah, Spice was dazed.
And then Echo's going to try to aim for one of the hands holding the weapon.
Okay.
-3 to ranged, though.
Make your attack
Let it
roll.
roll first.
Just the sparklies.
Oh man.
Sparkler's really fucking us up.
It's a 14.
14. 14 is a miss, unfortunately. You fire, and you can see they just twitch to the side, almost like some kind of sensors are augmenting their senses. But anything else, Echo?
Can't break up movement. Nope.
Alrighty. Bubbles, one of Echo's shots just howls past you, but that is Echo's turn. That brings us to Shade. Bubbles, you're on deck.
Yeah.
How does the disarm combat maneuver work? Is it this? It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a combat maneuver.
Okay. I'm gonna use my move action to jump up to here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my exocortex action to distracting hack this light
Okay.
to try and distract fucky fuck over here.
Yeah.
That's probably not gonna do it. It's a 23.
23 is not high enough, unfortunately. The light blinks, but it doesn't seem to catch their eyes.
Free action. I'm going to calm to everyone. Bubs is engaging Portis. Report in.
Okay.
And then
Yay!
I'm going to shoot my net gun at him.
Oh, fun use of it. All right.
Nice. That's a 20 something. Oh, sorry. I haven't used this gun in a while. 27.
27 hits.
Nice.
So he is entangled,
Okay.
and he is going to take a small amount of damage. I have to find some d4s.
D4s. Look
Wow,
at
that's a
that.
fun one.
It's 3d4, so like,
Yeah, that's
not
nice.
bad.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good numbies too. So 17 points of electric damage.
I mean, that's really good numbers for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is entangled, I believe, just for a turn.
I believe so. So this net gun discharges and this cartridge explodes into a net with
Move
these
at
little
half
weights
speed.
at the end, and it goes across him. And as he like is still kind of re-racking this shotgun, he is tangled. You can see there is suddenly a quick surge of electricity through the net before it just begins to smoke. Anything else, Shade?
That's all of my actions.
Alrighty. Bubbles, what would you like to do?
Bubs is going to look at him and just basically be like, I can tell by your stance you've trained.
I do have trained.
Okay.
He says
And I
okay.
end my turn.
It'd be an honor to face you. And he's just gonna go, he's gonna basically spin the Dothko around his back and then go up for like a side hit with his left arm.
Okay.
And that's 2 plus 13 is 15.
15, that is a miss, unfortunately. So you go and you say it'll be an honor to face you. You swing the Dothko and he just steps back and it right by the mask.
Does he does have, I mean, it's probably not
Not gonna be enough.
-2 for the AC.
Yeah, still not anywhere
That's
near
just
enough.
his turn.
Anything else? Bubbles.
That's it.
All right. So you say that, you swing, you miss. That does bring us to Brigitte. So next to you, Spice, in the darkness, they hiss and they say,
Oh, I forgot they were fucking in
could
there.
take this
No.
away from
Yes,
me.
they do.
Everything that I've built, everything that I am. And you can see these knuckles glow brighter. They're going to take a full attack against you.
Yep. Bring it on.
Spice, for a natural 20. And the second one is going to be with a -6. Flat 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
So the first one, as these
Can't believe I
blazing
forgot to
knuckles
choose it.
strike, is going to be only
See.
25 points of fire and slashing damage, and you are wounded.
Okay.
The second one is going to deal minimum damage with 13 points of fire and slashing damage. As they hit you twice with these burning knuckles, pulling away. One of these strikes, as it hits you in such a way that something on the inside of you tears. You can feel it almost in your eyes and your mouth as your entire body reacts to this. It's like all of your limbs kind of suck in. But that is their... and then at the end of their turn, turning and looking, they see that you've untied Blue. And let's see.
That's how you lost your eye. It was a wound.
They are going to take one step to the side, still staying within 5 feet of you. And they are going to turn with their other hand and gesture as this 10-foot thing opens up. And they are going to
Wait,
drop
their
through.
body
They're
is.
dropping, they're portaling potato blue somewhere else.
Fucking low initiative.
Actually, they still don't know where Echo is. So they're... Yeah.
It is him.
I know. That's why when you said that, I was like, yeah, I'll get him later.
Oh, hey. You did it.
So, Echo, right behind you, there is this as he lands, and you see these two bladed feet kind of skid, and then a poof as Potato hits the ground hard. And they turn, and then you just see the eyes look up at you. Now familiar with where you are. But that is their turn, and that brings us to Portus.
Before he goes,
He's entangled.
He's entangled until he escapes with an acrobatics check or a strength check. An entangled creature can attempt such a check as a move action. So it's not just a turn.
Okay, yeah, easy enough then. So he'll do that as a move action. What kind of a check is it?
It's either an acrobatics check or a strength check. The DC is different depending on which one.
Strength.
Strength is 15 plus the weapon's item level, which I believe is 4, but let me double check. Plus my dex. Oh, it's actually level 7 now because I upgraded it. So it's 15 plus 7, 22 plus 4. So 26 is the DC.
26. That is a failure. They very close. 25. And so as they first you say the challenge, you can see they hold this shotgun for a second, and then they let go with one hand, just barely holding it. You can see they're about to drop it, and they're about to engage you in hand-to-hand combat, and then this net kind of hits them from behind.
And zaps him.
And then this kind of zaps, barely reacts to that. But you can see this helmeted head just turns a little bit. And then he turns back to you and he says, in a minute. And he's going to turn back around and now faces Shade. Unable to move. He can still make attacks, correct?
Yeah,
move
it's
at
just the move
speed.
action. Move at, yeah.
How
can
far
move
away
at
are
half
you?
speed. And then it's basically like a -2 to everything. -2 to AC attack rolls, reflex saving throws, initiative, and dex-based skill and ability checks.
But you're still in range.
And yeah,
So Shade, he's
Move
going
at
to take
half
2
speed.
shots against you. Or no, he can't. He's going to take 1 shot against you. I'm going to miss my dice tray, but all for a good cause. It's going to be a 34 to hit.
-2. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna
32 to hit.
get- I get hit. Yeah.
Shade, you are going to be taking, not terrible. You are going to be taking 23 points of slashing and piercing and burning damage, fire damage.
Not terrible.
The second one, he could only do 1.
Yes.
That is going to be his attack. He can't move.
Can move at half speed, but
He
uses
uses
move
move
action
action,
to
yeah.
attempt to escape.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's all that he's going to do. Has the gun still leveled at you, still ready to shoot at you, but that is all that he can do, and that brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
After that last blow, Spice immediately fell unconscious, and her body just limply fell down and lays with whatever the other creature is that's still in there. And some god speaks to her. Don't know which one, but they're like, "It's not your time to go yet," and she's going to stabilize herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you want it to happen.
Yep.
In this dark space, you are hit. You feel like you almost go unconscious, and this light opens up, and you watch as this figure and the Yosoki just disappear and drop away. And as the Yosoki falls away, it's like a specter of this individual remains. But they're a little different. They're smaller. They're hunched over, and for just a second, you swear that you see this elderly Yosoki, but maybe not. You kind of blink, and you stabilize. But that is your turn. Anything else? That's your turn. Gibbs, what would you like to do?
So Gibbs was on a fast tear through this space, and then just like in the time it's been taking her to run to here, Spice has gone from like fine to like not fine.
Yeah.
So Gibbs is just gonna keep skittering to this door. Bars? Door?
It's just an open space within the cave,
Great.
just like it is there,
Nice.
yeah.
Yep. And then she's gonna like take in the situation. Oh, lifelink with Spice, free action. You get 7 HP, I take 7.
And so, lifting awake, it is not an old lady, it is
Yeah.
Gibbs. You can see Gibbs just like in this doorway now. The light clears.
Spice like vomits from
change the
coming back from death.
Then Gibbs will look at the other beastie occupying this. Friend or foe?
Spice is not with it enough.
Then
Yes.
Gibbs will assume friend and is going to heal both of them.
That checks.
Yeah. Gibbs.
Everyone's friends.
Default
Everyone's
to
friends.
friend.
Yeah.
it's-
Gibbs, as part of this, as you try to heal them, they are at full health.
Oh fuck! What?
Just taking a nap.
Then I will heal you regardless.
Make a free medicine check, Gibbs. You were a medical officer for a while.
Medically induced coma?
Nice. Medicine's really good. 31.
Holy cheese!
This individual, if that didn't like jolt them awake if that didn't do any kind of healing, but they're still unconscious, almost certainly it is probably under the effect of some kind of drug or spell. You don't have detect magic still going on, do you?
I wouldn't have had to drop it. There's nothing that would have required me to drop it.
But I think you have to
It's
use
concentration.
It. So yeah, I think probably then you don't have it up.
Okay.
And so no idea. It could be magic. It could be maybe some kind of drug.
Then I'll think about it next turn
Okay.
if I want to spend action economy on that. I'll do the math on the side of the
No worries.
healing. And that was move. Oh, swift action, shimmer shaft.
Okay. You whip this staff out, and it catches the various lights. Very, very pretty. Kind of just refracting off into like a million little points. But that is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the top of the round to Echo. Echo, right behind you, this reality tear opens up, and a fat little Yosoki plummets onto the ground, and a much more aggressive individual after. Oh, that sucks.
This is HP, right?
12.
Hey, every little bit counts.
That's
Was it?
a lot of ones.
Yeah, 3 ones
That's a
and
lot of
nothing over
ones.
4.
What are you doing, Echo?
So that sensor that would cause everything to like light up, that was like near-ish by. Where
It's
Silver
between.
is, right?
It's between the. So you set it off, and you went between the blue.
This is the
yeah,
one
yeah.
here.
Right there. Yeah.
Echo's gonna run around back to where they initially were stealthing up to.
Okay.
Computers check to set off the sensor and like kind of strobe it.
That will provoke an attack of opportunity. If you're going to go around,
From here,
which
there's unless they have range.
they're a
huge.
10-foot.
Yeah.
They're a 10-foot. They take up a 10-foot space.
So I guess,
I'm going.
I think they're still in the range.
I was going
yeah.
around
Yeah, you can go around
this
that way.
way. Yes, that's east.
I see, around the ship.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No problem. So you go around the other direction, by the crates.
And then computers check to set off the sensor to go in like a strobing effect,
Okay,
so it's a little bit more intense and bright.
sure.
For my trick attack, so that's a 36.
A 36? Yeah, no problem. Your computer's check is just a little too good, and it strobes and strobes, and it grows so bright that this just bursts, and that is definitely distracting.
And we're going to find the. There we go. We're gonna attempt to hit. Here we go. It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 does not hit, unfortunately. Even with the -2 to their KAC, correct? Yeah. Unfortunately, does not hit. Anything else?
There would be a minus to KAC. It's just trick attack.
From the net.
Oh no! Again, the silver
against
guy.
Silver Guy.
Silver guy.
Oh, against the silver guy. That is very much a miss. Yeah. Anything else, Echo?
No.
Alrighty. You shoot, and it's like this body, these rods of metal that form the kind of core and the arm, twist and bend at almost impossible angles to avoid it. But that is your turn, Echo. Shade, what would you like to do? The shotgun blast rolls over you.
I am going to gain a more advantageous position now that I see someone has teleported in front of Echo and now adjacent to Echo.
No.
Goes missing.
Echo is night.
Saw Echo be like, nope. So I'm gonna jump from here to this one so that I'm within range of both of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to use implant glitch with my exocortex on this guy.
Okay. So to be very clear about implant. Oh wait, sorry.
Implant glitch.
I was thinking
is,
of the ghost.
So implant glitch is when I successfully hack into a creature's cybernetics using implant ghost. Then I can do the thing. Yeah. So it's computers check. DC is 15 plus 1.5 the target's CR, so it's going to be a toughie, but hopefully the dice will be gentle. The dice are not gentle. It's almost certainly a fail. 12 20.
Yeah, that is a failure.
Yeah.
It's not just almost starting to fail.
So that fails, but I'm still going to. From here, am I able to get, like, is this because I'm at a higher level outside of melee range, or can I?
For a standard creature, almost certainly, you would get the sense that you are
guy's
certainly
tall
in
enough.
melee range.
Okay, so I'm able to. So yeah, then quick action. I'm gonna bring out my curved blade, and then.
Let me rephrase this. You're in their melee range.
Oh, so being high up and adjacent does not give me.
Do you have 10-foot reach?
No, so it's a 10-foot reach.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that since they were tall enough, that would be like 5 feet slashing down.
I see what you're saying.
Because I'm like next to.
Sure.
them.
Take a -4 conditional modifier, and I'll say that works.
Okay.
Because I think that makes sense. I have to double check and
But
see how
doesn't he
that
get height
works.
advantage though?
He does. That's why it's not -6. Because I don't really think it should. I don't think should be an attack, but yeah.
That's fair.
So yeah, move action, exocortex action, attack.
Okay. Make your attack.
23 to hit
23 is a miss.
KAC.
Wait, sorry. Take 23 against.
Against KAC.
That is a miss, unfortunately. And so as you swing, this is the curved blade. It just kind of bounces off this body. That is your turn, Shade.
Free action. I'm going to calm again. Brigitte is here as well. Report in.
Okay.
Oh shit! Forgot about that.
Bubbles, what would you like to do?
Bubba's gonna respond. You're gonna deal with me? Well, you're gonna have to deal with a whole lot more. And
Natural one.
yeah, that's how.
I've literally rolled 2 natural ones in like the most critical moments of game.
This is gonna be a standard attack. Natural 20, baby.
Very nice.
Alright, this is
So
Bubbles'
he
game.
turns as he's electrocuted. He shoots at Shade, who just like takes off. He like takes another shot, just kind of like missing Shade as he blasts across, and this leaves him completely exposed to your strike. So you go and you swing with this Dothko. Roll for damage on that, and you can double the damage on the dice.
Andy's gonna burn a bit, right? Is that what
I
the
believe so. Yeah. No, that's the magma
That's the
hammer.
magma.
Oh yeah.
I think Dothko
It's a
is
10 plus a
big
7.
numbies.
17 plus 17 is
34.
34.
Plus another 17 for the extra for the bonus, right?
No, you double it. Oh yeah,
Double the
yeah.
So it's 34 plus the other 34.
It's 34 plus 7, 41, 51.
51.
Yeah. And Bubs is going to.
And that's 51 bludgeoning damage.
yeah.
As you slam this bludgeoning damage in, that hit does the full amount of damage. You see as it like crunches, bits of this metal like dent in, and you can hear it twist and tear in places. There are sparks, but as it does, you see the entire skin ripple and shift to form these rigid plates, and you would imagine they now have resistance to bludgeoning damage.
What?
But anything else, Bubbles?
How'd you deal with that?
Okay,
And that's it.
no
Did
problem.
Dothko have a critical effect?
I can check. I don't.
Yeah, definitely do, because I think it does. I'm pretty sure it has bleed.
Yeah, that I feel like a weapon
It's
of
either bleed
that
or wound.
power.
So that is your turn. Look and see what that does. It does bring us to Brigitte, though. So let's see.
Brigitte, though.
Shade flies up, swings down with the curved blade. Echo kind of already disappeared. Blue is right there. Okay. Give me just 1 second here.
Oh, Dashko. Just put it down.
So they are going to.
Is yours tactical?
No, there's nothing. It's just blind. It's a blessing.
I'll just turn, but they're going to stay exactly where they are. And let's see here. Shade.
No. It would be really cool if instead of whatever you're doing, you don't.
So the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to unfold this element of an arm, which almost like you've actually seen a very similar extension on another bounty hunter that you fought at one point. The arm like unfolds and it becomes longer, and you watch as these knuckles kind of lose their luster And if you could go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw, please.
It's gotta be a fortitude.
This is Jimmy, is it?
No.
Oh, I'm actually decent.
Yeah,
has
Dan's
bleeding
gonna have a
toes.
full panic attack if this man has more than 12 toes.
25.
I mean, more than
25,
10
that
toes.
is a success. As they reach out, the knuckles go off and they just barely, like the edge of the arm just nicks an element of yours, and you feel this toxin just pulse at the edge of you, and you feel yourself get a little sleepy, and you feel elements of your mechanical parts begin to shut down as well as the biological.
Oh, never mind. I get a +2 racial bonus to saving throws against disease, mind affecting.
Not a disease.
Poison.
It is not a poison.
Oh, okay.
And so this is very technically medicine. However, as they pull back, it does not take effect on you. That is that is going to be the attack. And then with their other hand, they're going to pull around and they are going to grab your shoulder, Shade. And can you go ahead and make another fortitude saving throw?
I'm guessing these are melee grabbies, not like ranged attacks.
Correct. 10-foot
This
melee
time's
attack.
not gonna be good.
14. So Shade, you are going to be taking
I don't like that. I don't care what you're gonna say. I don't like
22 points of
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna take 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. It just says damage.
All right, so I'm gonna take 22 points of damage. I have
You
done
take
so.
22 points of just straight up damage, apparently, as they grab your shoulder and the elements of your mechanisms rust. The little bits of biological skin just instantly necrotize and turn black and begin to slag down your shoulder. But as they pull away, this kind of festers and begins to like seep and mold down. And you would imagine you'll take half of this damage again at the start of your next turn.
Whoa!
I don't like that.
That is all that they can do.
Is that a disease?
It is not a disease. That is all. Well, hang on. Let me just double check.
It's a.
Can I ask is that a status effect? Would I know?
I'm having the weirdest deja vu. It is not a status effect.
Okay.
And you're also
Lifelink.
lifelink. Yeah. not
So
a
I would-
status
I would-
effect. Yeah,
I get-
definitely. Then you definitely know it's not a status effect. That is all that they can do.
Just
So that
determines
brings
how much I
us
care.
to Portus. So the armor shifts, just kind of rearranging itself to be more resistant to bludgeoning damage. Before they're no longer entangled, correct?
No, they're still
Still
entangled.
entangled. So they'll take their move action to try to get out of that. It's strength check.
Strength or acrobatics, depending. It's whatever they
I
want.
think strength is a 19 though.
29.
I don't think that is a success. Let me just double check.
Okay.
I turned off that thing. Strength is 15 plus 7, 22 plus 26. So it is a
26.
success.
So they shred this net. And that is their move action, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to turn at you, Bubbles, and they're going to say, you know what the problem with being invincible is? You have to watch all your friends die. And he's going to level the shotgun at Shade, who is, I believe, just barely in range, correct? Let's find out.
What about with the hypotenuse?
Yeah, he's You're sitting on that, huh? He's going to take a single attack. Shade does a
Probably.
34 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Shade, make a fortitude saving throw, please.
do all these fortitude saving throws?
That's kind of the theme of the battle.
It's a fail.
Sometimes.
So, Shade, you're going to take 29 points of fire and piercing damage.
No.
And you are knocked prone, putting you just flat on this thing. Your head and shoulders slam into the edge of the crate very painfully, and your head kind of rolls over the side for a second. You are staring straight back at the cement column going up, but you are still on the edge of the crate.
Do I fall this way or that way?
Technically you fall like kind of in the direction of Echo, and so you're looking right, actually, yeah, so you're like turned down and you just see Echo's blue eyes as they're like about to just blaze right by you. But that is, I think, all that he can do because he's stuck. That brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
All right, Spice leans against the wall of the cave-in here, And I think she's going to just, because she can't see anything, she hasn't. Oh wait, no, there's a little bit of light because of your staff.
Oh yes.
So the flickering light, but you see her like slide down a little bit, and she's going to fall onto this person who's also with them, and she's going to be like, I don't know who you are, but we're in a dire situation, and I hope you can help us. Please, if you're in the fight, don't quit. And she's going to use her don't quit. And I'm going to, this is something I haven't used before yet,
Okay.
so oh wait. So don't quit is I remove a condition.
Okay.
So that ally ignores one condition of your choice until the start of your next turn. And then at level 6 it can be
So does it ignore it just for that one turn?
just for one turn. So
Okay.
it like
Very cool.
stifles it
Very
for one
cool.
turn.
So Spice,
a bunch
you
of
say that. And you kind of like in this dark space, the lights flicker from the staff, and you don't know who this is, but you feel like bubbles, and so that just makes you trust instantly. And you say, get back in this fight, and the eye just shoots open. The eye is close to the size of like between your nose and your forehead. It's huge. This huge red eye that kind of almost like sags in the face. But they are awake, and I'm going to roll for initiative for their next round.
No, fuck. I thought they were an ally.
You have no idea. They're coming in at initiative 12. Okay. Spice, anything else?
She
I think
is
somewhere either before
no.
Spice was. So.
She's so weak that she's basically using this being as a crutch right now.
Okay, no problem. So you lean on this being as the eye shoots open, and that is your turn, Spice. Gibbs, you watch as Spice wakes this creature up.
Cool. I lifelink with Spice.
Okay.
So you get 7, or you get 8. Oh,
8?
It's 8. It's my level. I'm so sorry. I
Ooh,
keep
very
using,
nice.
Yeah, I keep using 7, but
I
it's
don't
8
mind
now.
if I take that.
I'm sorry. I've fucked this up for days.
That's okay.
Anyways. And you fucked up my whole turn. So I guess not gonna
Sorry.
respond to the text because that's stupid. So
After you send the you up text.
Also deciding to do charades to texting.
yeah.
So wait, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna back slowly out of this cave and see if this guys will follow, and I'll be like, we're here to get you out, I think. Good guy.
Okay.
And I'll pet him and
Kind of pat him. You hear this as like their muscles bulge and stretch against the steel cables that are holding them. Not very tightly.
Oh,
But
steel cables.
yeah.
They're still tied up.
Oh, can I undo those?
Um
Like, is that within my skill set?
you don't really like in this brief second you're just looking at somebody with like steel tied around them. You can't tell if there's a lock or if it's just a knot or what.
Seems like
Yeah. Well, okay. You know what? If my quest is to help this guy and he's my friend, I would spend my turn to try and like help him get out of his binds.
Okay.
So I would like to use my action to
Make a sleight of hand check.
Great.
Use a sleight of hand and not strength.
So Gibbs, all of these things as you like look, it really is so complex. The way that this steel has been like tied together, you get the sense that you've seen this person like break reality open. They probably did that to tie these knots like through the string itself in a way that like the structure is fundamentally changed.
It's like fused together, basically.
Exactly. And when you have stuff that is stuck like this, almost always with any knot, there is one place that you can bite into and the whole thing releases. And though this is steel, Gibbs, you decide probably biting, not really the way to go. Instead, you take your little Yosoki hands, you grab this one spot, you plant your little paws into the ground, and with all of your might, you stretch and stretch and stretch, and it pulls just weak enough that they are able to slip away, and all of a sudden you're just holding cord, and they are essentially on their turn gone. But that is anything else, Gibbs?
Yeah, and I'm cool. I think we're good.
You can like see at this moment they're beginning to move, like despite the fact that they were just unconscious, in a heartbeat they are ready to go. But that is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the top of the round. Echo, what would you like to do? Shade, you're on deck.
Are the lights also present, or are they just here for like?
The lights are present.
Echo's gonna go across the way towards those barrels.
Okay.
Computers check to strobe the lights at full brightness.
Go for it.
26.
26, and that is their.
It's just a trick attack. It's a 20 versus their CR. 20 plus their CR.
Give me 1 second here. And, that is not enough.
27 to hit.
27 against.
Cold and piercing damage.
That is going to be, I believe, KAC. Meets it, beats it.
Yay! I at least get to roll damage. Someday we roll both together. Someday I'm happy day. So that is 11 points of cold and piercing damage.
11 points of cold and piercing damage. Just a
Every
second.
little bit helps.
Well, that does do the full amount of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else, Echo?
That is it.
All right. For what it's worth, between the kind of 2 attacks really that they've taken, they do have signs of wear on this metallic body. They're not super substantial, but that is your turn, Echo, and that brings us to Shade. Shade, you're prone.
At the start of my turn, do I take the damage from the thing?
Correct. Yes.
It was 22, so I take 11 now.
Correct. I have 12, but that makes more sense. Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I'll take 12, so I'll take 6.
No, 11's fine.
Does that effect feel like it's gonna happen again?
No.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna use my move action to get up from prone.
Okay. So you stand here on the crate.
Half speed to get up, or half movement to get up.
No, I think
it's
in
the full
Starfinder it's
full
move
amount.
action.
Yeah.
I thought-
Can you crawl and fall off and piercing check?
Oh yeah, can I crawl and fall off?
Yeah.
Can I guarded step crawl backwards?
So you want to guarded step roll back off the crate?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Stop, drop, roll.
Love that. So instead, technically you're not really moving much farther, but instead of moving 0, you're moving 1 foot and kind of rolling off the back and landing on your feet. Sure, no problem.
Does that make me now no longer prone as well?
Correct, but that does use your movement to do
Which
that.
is fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn this way once again.
That's so funny. That's a great use of guarded step.
Exocortex. I'm gonna distracting hack this fuckhead.
Okay.
Or actually, I can't tell if he has cybernetics, so I'm not gonna take the chance. I'm gonna distracting hack.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 36 against DC either 10 plus the sense motive of the character, or 15 plus 1.5 the CR, whichever's higher.
So hang on one sec. 16. What was this total score?
36.
36? That's just enough.
Nice.
Very nice.
He's flat-footed now.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to shoot him with the other net gun shot that I have.
Flat-footed forever, flat-footed.
Flat-footed until
You hit.
by the next attack or the end of my next turn.
Where-
Or the start of my next turn, I think. So it's a... net gun is dirty 20 minus the 2.
Dirty 20 minus the 2, 18.
No, dirty 20 minus 2 to his AC because of the flat-footed.
Gotcha. That is still a miss, unfortunately.
Dang. All right. Then that's it for my turn.
Alrighty. Bubbles, he fires at Shade, and then you could see the head kind of jerk to the side as a little spark goes off, and they kind of grunt in annoyance. But that is Shade's turn. That brings us to you, Bubbles.
Bubs hears that warning from this guy. Your friends aren't invincible. And Bubs looks panicked. He can see the head of the monster sticking above the crate. You're just hold on 1 second, and he's going to fly up 10 and 20 and attack this guy.
Okay, so you just take off, and you land on this crate just as Shade rolls off. Make your attack roll.
Yeah. And this is gonna be a standard attack. I ain't gonna futz around.
With your reach, it's like golfing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Aim for the head.
Yeah.
Dothko just whip.
The neck is a little nib.
That's
pretty good.
10, not great. Plus
Oh,
13.
I thought it was an 18.
Yeah.
13 total?
23 total.
23 total. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Yep.
You swing, and the head just ducks back. The whole neck able to stretch and bend at an unnatural angle. That is your full turn, Bubbles?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Brigitte.
All right. That's good that I'm not going to get hit, hopefully, because I don't want to get hit.
Does that. So, Bubbles, you see one of these bladed arms grab onto the edge of this crate,
Yeah.
and they are going to swing up.
Oh, nice.
And they're going to only be able to do this for a second. I don't think they can end their turn here, but that's okay.
Dancing. You've got the stage now.
So, Bubbles, they climb up and they loom over you. Let's see here.
Bubs is gonna be easy there, big fella.
They're going to reach back, and you can see the knuckles begin to ignite and the filaments glow, and they are going to take a standard attack against you.
Let's do it. Come on.
That is only going to be a. I don't know why I said only. That is going to be a 38 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Well, relatively speaking.
Bubbles. Ooh, that's good. So that is going to be.
It's a piercing.
It is fire and slashing.
Ah.
This is going to be. Sorry, you threw me off for a second there.
Sorry.
11, 12, 13.
Math.
20, 27. That is 27 points of fire and slashing damage as these knuckles strike into you. And then, let's see here. You watch as with their. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's
As a
dance.
free action, they are going to reach down, touch your Dothko, and all of a sudden, you aren't holding a Dothko anymore. You're holding a broom. It has all the stats of a broom, and that is what you're holding now.
That's
Forever.
The head turns. You don't know.
cool.
That is their turn, and that is going to bring us to, and they're going to end up actually just kind of sliding back down the crate.
I mean, I needed to broom this.
You're like
Bubbles,
naturally
for
just
what it's
fall
worth,
into it.
sliding down would provoke an attack of opportunity if you want to take it with your broom.
Oh yeah. Broom sweep. Sweep.
Well, don't you want an unarmed strike? Because it's gonna be stronger than a
I
fucking
don't
broom?
want to do that. I think that's cheese. I think that's real cheese. I don't
That's
want to do that.
the game.
Yeah. What?
I mean,
It's a choice.
Just,
Use
just
the
to
blood
be
of the
clear, hitting with the broom is essentially an unarmed strike. I mean, it's gonna do the same
Well, no,
thing.
my unarmed strike does a lot of damage. I just think the Dothko, it's unwieldy. It says you can't take attacks of opportunity. They just drop my weapon and then do. It's kind of.
You're holding a broom.
Swing
though.
with the broom. Hit him with the broom.
I'm hitting him with the broom.
Hit him with that broom.
Broom
That's
snaps.
a 14 plus 13.
14 plus 27
Yeah.
against KAC.
Assuming that the broom is not EAC.
I don't even know. What
27 does hit.
Flaming broom.
You hit him with the broom, and the broom shatters as you deal 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
No, plus 17.
Do you take plus 17?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the
18.
shatters.
Powerful broom.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to keep the broom.
Everybody gasps.
I mean, that's a good amount of damage as it shatters across them. They were just like sliding down and like already turning their attention away, but they redirect their attention back to you. That's a lot of broom
I'm
damage.
just gonna say it's time to sweep up.
Holding just the shattered bit of broom. But that is your turn. Sorry, that is their turn. That brings us to this creature. So, Gibbs,
Did
you
Portis
see
go?
Portis is
after this creature. This creature's going at 18.
Oh.
So this individual, you see this red eye like bulge
This
open.
goes before, actually.
Yeah.
He's at a 12.
I have this guy at 12 too, and he has a higher dex.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
had it.
Kara.
Yeah, it's
So
I
Yes.
still love you.
they're going to
They got caught.
take off. Are you taking the attack of opportunity?
No. I consider them ally.
Wait, can you just flip the bottom again? I just want to see what it says, because I think I
Oh.
saw what it said. But it
It says
was
like
kinda-
Mickey's creature.
Mickey the Flesh Goblin? Is that this guy's name? Is that
Something.
what I saw there?
Dracula.
Just gonna, for my own edification,
So they are going to run, and being able to take above their full speed of movement, they're going to lower their shoulder. And as they burst through this place, Bubbles, you see this individual lumbering out, and they have ram's horns. You can see the face, this strange combination of like some kind of a jagged predator on one side, and then something that kind of becomes slimy and more aquatic on the other. And you have no idea like what these animals are, but this is Hunter. You feel in your teeth and in your mouth this iron feeling. You can feel the air grow cold. You feel all the same sensations that you felt the last time that you saw them. And they tear into this, and with a roar, they lower their shoulders, and they're going to take a battering attack against this guy.
Dang.
That is going to be a hit. They're only going to deal 4 points of bludgeoning damage, but...
Taking him for a ride? They're taking him for a ride.
They go prone 30 feet.
Holy shit! That was a
And just
ram.
slide. It goes based on their strength. And so it slides across, and they slam into this thing, barely taking damage, but very much being propelled through. That is going to be their turn. And so they slam into them and then suddenly kind of sink down to one fist. And they look over, and Bubbles, you see this huge red eye, and it's full of fury and rage, but for just a second it softens and then kind of rolls back, and they asleep right in the middle of this place.
It's the start of my turn.
Sort of your turn. Okay, so they're just like about to fall asleep. They're really like sagging down.
Yeah,
But that is their turn. That brings us to that guy who just got floored.
Who left
It's
the door
used his status.
open?
Oh, the man's. He's going to stand up for his movement. And he is going to reach down to his belt.
You know, it goes very far.
He is going to target this intersection right here with a grenade.
I hope he misses. I hope he's not proficient with grenades.
He is sufficient with
I
grenades.
figured
I
he
hope
would
it's
be.
a regular grenade.
It's not great.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. Classic cat door. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so
no, I don't like that.
here, this is going to hit. I don't think it gets Bubbles. It's going to get Potato, it's going to get Shade, and it's going to get this creature.
What's the range on it?
So, Shade, can you make a reflex saving throw?
I have a bonus for that.
Good.
Yay. I
Potato
need
fails.
it. Let me just check that
This,
bonus.
I think it's going to fail too. And as this grenade like strikes the ground and rolls and kind of hits the edge of the ship and then rolls back a couple spaces, you see Bubbles for a brief second. You've seen these before, although this one looks a lot more, it looks higher end, it looks military grade. This is a fragmentation grenade. And as it explodes, it ricochets bits of fragment all around the area. What was your check?
28.
28. Okay, so you're only taking half damage on this.
That's good.
Shade, you're taking 20 points of piercing damage, half to 10.
Oh, I thought that was already halved. I was like, oh shit.
And you watch as in this brief moment, Potato is shredded with fragments. Almost impossible to really tell if they're alive in this moment, but hard to believe because they're just like pelted and the body just slides into this little crevice. But that is their turn. And from over there, from like just beyond this kind of rock archway, you could just hear this individual just yell, "He's up!" But that is his turn. That brings us to Spice.
Spice crawls out of this cave. Don't mind, 30 feet out of the cave. Is going to
It's a little further back.
reach out with her mind and be like, whatever you just did, Hunter, that was amazing, and I need you to stay in the fight and fight for your family. And I'm going to do Don't Quit Again because there is no limit to how many times I can do it. And
That's pretty dope.
removes a condition.
So
A bunch of them.
you go ahead and you like urge him using your mind to keep him in the fight. You could feel this intelligence begin to slip backwards and into that slumbering state, and you force them to kind of stay awake.
What? I know it's a list of certain conditions, but it's a long list.
Is asleep on the condition list?
No.
then that doesn't work, does it? So this guy just hits the ground asleep, and we'll figure out a way to balance that out in a little bit.
It's not exhausted?
It's not exhausted.
No. Damn, if it's sleep, yeah, she don't work.
Dang.
So
That's cool though. Rule of
There's
cool.
like
it is very
10.
for just
or
yeah,
more.
yeah, for rule of cool for a moment it worked, but it doesn't work this time. Anything else, Spice?
That's it.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Spice. That brings us to Gibbs. Gibbs, you see like Spice stagger forwards, and whatever trick worked that first time doesn't work the second time.
Gibbs is gonna ride everyone's tail feathers to get out of this cave.
Okay. You scamper by Spice. You make your way up onto the crates.
From this vantage point, are you guys fucked? Like, are you hurt? Are you hurt, Bubs?
Pretty fucked.
Like, are you bleeding? Alright. I'll drop a... Oh, you know what? I don't think it was actually. Because I have to be centered in 30 feet. I can't drop it elsewhere. So never mind, just kidding. Don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna do an attack, and that attack is gonna be... Can I get this cone here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's this but 30 feet, right? Is School Spirit. So I think, can I get both of these guys or no fucking way? 5, 10.
Is it a 30-foot circle?
Yeah.
So
And to drop it on its point. So that I need them both within 30 feet of the edge of it. And it's...
Oh, are you trying to get both of these guys?
No, I want both baddies. No, it's too small. Fuck. Okay, then I'm gonna Ego Whip. I will Ego Whip, Can I Ego Whip the, Chopstick Man over here?
Say that again.
Your lovely BBG. Could I
Yes,
please...
you can ego whip the chapstick man. I don't know why that's what he's called, but sure.
Great. Could you please, for me, make a...
What kind of check?
Probably a will save.
Okay.
I don't know where my spell is.
That is going to be 27.
It's, I think DC's 19, so it passes. So he is shaken for 1 round.
Okay.
Or diminished for 1 round.
Okay. Diminished. Nice.
What's diminished?
It's no. That's just me saying he's like,
Oh.
his ego is sad.
Oh.
His ego is that. Anything else,
That's
Gibbs?
not a status effect.
No, that's moving that yet.
Okay. So Gibbs, from up on this space, you are able to try to ego whip through this person. It doesn't quite land the way that you want. But that does bring us to the top of the round and Echo. What you doing, Echo?
This is a bad situation.
It's not great.
One would say that this Brigitte is facing away from Echo. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Would Echo be able to just like attempt a stealth effect by like not moving?
I mean, sure. It's stealth from the fact that you are not being looked at the moment and kind of in terrain that provides you some cover.
It's 25, so
That is not gonna land, unfortunately.
makes sense.
You step on something that just crunches loudly underneath you.
Some of that shrapnel.
And then it's a 19 to hit it.
And a 19, as you shoot, they are aware that you are coming and just kind of slide around from that fire. Anything else, Echo? Shade, what would you like to do?
Is this actually a flat top, or does that?
No, it
like,
touches the ceiling.
Okay. Is there space to jump up onto this?
Yeah.
Cool. Move action. I'm gonna jump up, get a good vantage. I am going to die. I'm here. I'm close enough.
Yeah.
I am going to Exocortex. I'm gonna try to implant glitch on Portis this time.
Okay.
From here. So ghost. Ooh, that was gonna be good, and then it wasn't good. It's not gonna hit because the DC is already higher than.
Yeah,
the thing,
sorry.
Unless he's like a CR1.
No.
So that's my exocortex, my move action. I currently don't have a weapon in my hand that has ammo because the net gun only has 2 shots before I need to reload. Is it an action to reload?
I believe it's a move action. Double check.
This is poopy poop. I guess I can use my standard
Reloading
action.
is a moving action. Move action.
Okay, so I guess I can use my standard action to try that again. So I'm gonna try to implant ghost.
Okay,
a second
yeah, go
time.
for it.
And quick, free action. I'm gonna be like, Potato Blue is down. Report in.
Gibbs now cares about this combat.
That's gonna be 20
Yeah.
math.
20
20
math.
21.
21, not enough, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. I mean 31.
31? Give me 1 second. It is 15. Sorry, 1.5 times plus 15.
Yeah. 1.5 CR plus 15.
It was 31?
Yes.
That is not successful. Very close, but not successful.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Twice you try to implant this ghost and it does not take hold, but that is your turn, Shay.
Oh,
That brings us to
Quick action. I drop the
sword.
the net gun.
Okay, drop the net gun. That is your turn. Bubbles, what would you like to do?
As I like see the fading of the eyes of like Hunter, Bubs is like gonna like kind of like hold 2 positions at once, like look around, like we're still in the fight.
Like this.
Yeah, basically like this.
Yeah.
And he's gonna just reach out his hand and go, brother, is that you? It's me. It's Bubby. And then Bubs is just gonna reach out his hand and just rotate his thumb. And then as he sees like the eyes like close,
There's
He's-
only one.
okay, the eye close.
It's really big though.
It is.
He's gonna rotate back to and like find this inner strength and just yell, yeah, and just like try to like attack this thing.
Okay, make your attack roll.
This is gonna be a standard attack. That's a 7 plus 13.
That is a miss, unfortunately. With all this internal strength, you swing, but it's all rage, no technique, and you miss. Anything else, Bubbles?
That's it.
All right, that does bring us to her turn.
She is staggered. She
She
can
is
only take a
staggered.
single move action or standard action and can't take reactions, but can take swift actions.
This is true. So I think what she is going to do is just take a standard action.
Hurts as a standard.
Yeah, they're just going to swing at you, Bubbles.
Yeah,
Why
makes
not?
sense.
So the knuckles grow bright, and they look down and they see that Potato Blue is down. And they look up at you, and you see the dark black eyes behind the mechanisms of cybernetics that have almost become the whole body. Look at you, and you can't quite read the emotion of this creature, but they breathe heavily, and then they say, "It's no matter. We'll find another." And she is going to take that one attack against you.
Before you do the math, is it piercing?
No. But it doesn't matter because that's going to miss.
Oh.
And so that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
And they swing and are unable to strike.
Punch the crate and hurt their wrist, and they go, ah.
That is all that they can do with this condition. That individual, the creature right in the middle, slumps down to sleep. And then that brings us to Portus. So Portus now, hearing you yell out Hunter Bubbles. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh,
You're
no.
going to go stand over this prone body.
Great.
Perfect.
Love
And
it.
Bubbles, you hear this click as they engage the vocal modulator on the helmet, and you can hear this voice across even the noise of this space as they say, "Friend of yours, huh?" And they're going to point the shotgun down, and they're going to take 2 shots. Both are going to be criticals on this individual. And so Bubbles. You watch as they take a tremendous amount of damage.
And
I'm trying to do this one.
6, 9, 14,
more like
38. 68. You watch as that individual takes 86 points of piercing and
Oh
fire
my
damage.
god.
And this shotgun blast just rips their arm off of their body. You can see this individual shifts, the torso contorts, and all of a sudden you see these ribs push against the skin, and you watch as that arm falls off and just kind of almost melts into the ground with the bones kind of protruding. And you can see the body begin to writhe and shift, and they're badly hurt. But that is Portis's turn. That brings us to Spice. Spice, what would you like to do?
Spice is going to move. Fucking yeah, I need cover somehow.
You could go this way.
Okay, I'll go that way. I
then
can
you
go
can add that
30 feet around the corner.
That would be 30.
And I'm going to reach out to Portis and be like, that hunter is not your problem. We are. And then she's going to try to get his attention and clap her hands together and cast Daze.
Okay, what is the saving throw on that?
Let me
probably
see.
will if I were to guess.
Yeah, Daze is a will saving throw.
Flat 30.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a save.
And so it doesn't even seem to react to your statement.
And she probably falls on her hands and knees out of exhaustion.
Okay, that is your turn, Spice. That brings us to Gibbs.
So Gibbs is now kind of scrambling, searching for. Gibbs in her heart of hearts has like this lifelink that she's been nurturing and growing, but hasn't had anything to attach it to. Just this like idea of Potato Blue being her like new best friend, and then she sees the corpse, and instantly like in her mind's eye, the lifelink just like connects, and she's like, that person is my ally. And so from her location is within 30 feet of every single one of her allies, and so we'll throw down her little bottle and squirt everyone and heal everyone that she possibly
Champagne
can,
showers.
including Potato Blue and Hunter, because they have not done anything for her to perceive that they're not friendly.
So you shake this bottle, you fire the cork, and this trash juice goes everywhere, mixing in with the elements of fog and the little bits of like shrapnel that are still flying through the air. Does this work on objects?
Object.
You can heal yourself and allies.
Okay.
And I have to spend
It
one.
splashes across. You can see the arm of Hunter. It kind of like seals off and over, and then Bubbles, from where you are looking over at Hunter, you watch as a new arm just bursts out of the stomach, and the fingers roll over this 4-finger taloned hand. But anything else, Gibbs?
Hey, Dal.
Gibbs will just like pop up over the crate and be like, report again!
Okay, you pop up. That is your turn, Gibbs.
How many do we get back?
Oh, sorry, I did the math, but only kept it to myself. Everyone gets back 27
27 points,
HP, including our allies.
including Hunter.
And Potato Blue.
Doesn't work on objects. I mean, corpses are objects.
Oh.
Potato Blue is all the way dead.
Then Gibbs' lifelink just never actually connects.
Yeah.
And Gibbs just goes.
And so, unfortunately, as you like try to pulse this healing out, this little Yosoki just shredded by a high-level fragment grenade, not really meant to be like a combatant of any kind.
Thing that you get back up from
Yeah.
as a small.
But that is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the top of the round to Echo.
Echo is.
Oh, but Echo, you are not within 30 feet. Sorry, all my allies but Echo.
It's okay. Echo didn't get hit by the grenade.
Yeah, Echo's.
Oh wait, no, you are within. Sorry. You are.
No.
Either way, I'm on full health.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Get a little trash juice on you for fun,
For sense.
for literal flavor.
Echo is going to go around the other side of the ship
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
sneakily
Here it is.
Okay.
to use stealth
1, 2, 3, 4,
For
5,
a sneak
6,
attack.
30 feet.
trick attack.
Go ahead, make your stealth roll.
Where it's failing. worse.
You want to go on the other side on this way around over here?
Other side.
Other side, okay.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. That was a 23, so that's even worse.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
And then to hit. That is even worse than that. We won't say how.
That's a
bad
real
that was.
miss then. So, Echo, as stealthy as you are, you don't seem to be able to take advantage of it as they have this almost like unnatural reflex time. But that is your turn, Echo?
Yep.
Alrighty, you edge around, you take a shot. Shade, what would you like to do? Bubbles, you're on deck.
As a free action, can I drop down? Or is that...
It'll take damage.
Well, I have my... I don't take damage from falls.
What?
Because I have my my descent thrusters.
Give me just 1 second.
I'm just wondering if... Do I need to move to drop down, or can I still have a move action? It doesn't matter, really. I'm just curious.
You fall at a rate of only 60 feet per round. You take no damage upon landing. Yeah, I think you can probably just step off then. Yeah, no problem.
Cool. I'm gonna... Exocortex, try to... Distracting hack... Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna try to implant ghost again. Ooh!
So are you using this? So it says you can
As
trigger
my
descent thrusters as
exocortex.
part of an action when jumping down or as a reaction when you fall. So if you're going to just step off, you're using your reaction?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
use my reaction
No
to
worries.
fall, because it's better than the part of my move
So
action.
you use the reaction just to kind of like fall and activate the thrusters.
And it was a... I don't think it's going to hit, because the last time it didn't was a 31 to distract.
Not enough, unfortunately.
And then I'm going to drop down, and because I didn't use my move action, it's going to be a full attack.
There you
I'm just
go.
going to drop down on top of this dude with... I think for the reasons of just falling, it's going to be like one piercing / down attack,
yeah.
but like
I got you, I
two
got you.
attacks. Yeah. First one is going to be a miss, probably. It's a 24 minus 4, so dirty 20.
That's a miss.
KSC. Next one. Ooh, that's probably going to be a hit. That's a 34
-4.
minus 4.
That is a hit.
All right. That's going to be... max damage for 21 points of slashing.
Very nice. They're
Against
looking kind of
this
hurt
fucker.
now. That's only the third or fourth shot that they've taken, but each one has been pretty substantial. And so they are beginning to look a little bit rough.
Trying to land...
That was slashing damage?
Yes.
So you watch as you cut this across and the armor suddenly just shifts and those little bumpy ridges just shift in tone and become almost like these triangles that will resist slashing damage now instead.
And then I'm trying to position myself so that I'm like preventing him from hitting Hunter again.
Okay, so you're like a 90-degree angle.
I landed there.
That is your turn, Shade. That brings us to Bubbles.
Bubs is just gonna stare at this guy. First, I just want point of order. Can I try to return function my Dothco?
Yeah. Sorry. So at the start of your round, your Dothco does come back.
Nice.
Oh!
It's broken.
No!
Oh!
Your Dothco comes back broken in half as you snapped it in its broom form. As it returns, it's kind of in both hands.
Wait, I've got something for you. Don't worry.
What you doing?
Duct tape.
Yeah, Jake's like, quick, throw it
Bubs
over
is
here.
gonna swap out, grab his magma hammer.
Okay.
And he's going to say, because he's looking at this guy, and he's like still doing like the half and half, looking at both. He's like, what situation do I have to do? And he's just overwhelmed with anger, and he just says, "You did this! Why? They took everything from us, Maldross. Why would you take more from Hunter? They even took our names. I don't even know that this is my name. How could you?" And he's Bubbles is just gonna go up and reach right and try to go for the base contact of the skull.
I
Okay.
hope that you roll high for that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
I feel inspired.
this is why I always hope I can.
he grants us inspiring boost,
15
all of us.
plus 13. Won't even be my
28.
standard attack. So
That is 28.
yeah.
Against KAC.
28 against KAC hits.
Oh, we
Okay,
love
I
it.
had to look up how magma hammer. Oh, here it is. D10.
Nice. That's
No, that's not true.
That's not the
That's not. That's a D20. Why would
This
okay.
one.
Okay. That's a 3 plus 17.
20.
20 points of damage. So, I mean, that's a decent amount of damage. You slam in and it hits them almost right where the shoulder meets the neck, and it pushes them 3 feet across the pavement. They slide, and you can hear whatever their feet are made out of, like, tighten into this pavement to keep them stable. They're hurt. But as they like slam like that, they grab the edge of like the hammer. They're holding this in their hands, and they look and peer, and you see these large black eyes from behind the helmet. And beyond anything that you expected to see, there is some level of understanding there. And they say to you, "Do you hurt, human, like the other one? We can bring you to our world. You can have a family like your friend. Help us bring everybody to this world." They kind of back up a little bit, and you get the sense that they're not going to attack you next round, but that is your turn, Bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, so on their turn, they take a step back. Are you going to take this attack of opportunity?
Dan.
Okay.
Bubs is just gonna like, kind of like, seem like maybe. What do you mean? And that's what.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
So they take that step back. They gesture, and a 10-foot circle appears, and they actually, wait, not right behind Shade.
Oh, I don't like that.
Shade, behind you, reality tears open about 10 feet off the ground, and this figure just falls. You see the curved feet kind of bend into the pavement, and as they do, they'll take just a single attack against you with their knuckles. Shade does a 34 hit.
Yes.
Alrighty. Shade, that is going to be only 15 points of fire and slashing damage.
Okay.
As they land, unable to really get much behind the attack, you are now surrounded by these two individuals, and on the other side, such a large body that it almost serves as like an impediment. But that is all that they can do on that turn. Bubbles, you watch as they just step away and disappear. That brings us to Hunter, who is currently down, which brings us to Portis. So this Brigitte just kind of lands right next to Portis, and in their turn, they turn and they just say, "Finish the rest. I have a new one." He turns and kind of points this gun, and catching both Shade and Hunter in this cone. Shade does a...
Do I get a reaction?
No, because you took
You
your
use your reaction, buddy.
Same round, yeah.
Does a 29 against your KAC hit?
Does.
Does a 27 against your KAC hit?
It does.
Alrighty. Shade. Go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
20.
Okay. You were taking near minimum damage with 19 points of piercing and fire damage.
Total?
Yes. You watch as Hunter takes twice that,
Ooh, sorry, Hunter.
but still up, still asleep and not dead. Still asleep and not for good. And for what it's worth, holding well over 100 damage at this point still.
Wow.
But that is all that Portis can do as he takes those shots. That is going to bring us to Spice.
All right. Not Bee Gees. What's her name?
Brigitte.
Brigitte.
Jesus?
Brigitte is has some sort of metal, right?
Almost entirely made out of.
Okay. Spice, in a suicidal sprint, is going to run up to Beezus, aka Brigitte.
Okay, that's Portis right there.
But she's
Oh no, sorry, yeah. So you're gonna go past him,
Yeah.
right into that little corner spot. Sure.
yeah.
Wedging yourself into
I'm
this
gonna
combat.
she's going to against the side of the cave wall. She's going to slide up to Brigitte, touch whatever she can reach, on Brigitte's body and cast Jolting Surge.
Jolting Surge. All right. What kind of save is that?
There is no save.
Ooh,
It's a
very
melee
nice.
attack.
Melee attack against KAC? Yes.
It's weird, so it's against EAC, even though it's a melee attack.
But it's electricity.
Okay, 12. Dirty 20.
Not a hit, unfortunately. However, closer than you expected. As you strike, you get the sense that their energy resistance a little less than their kinetic resistance. Not much, but a little. Anything else, Spice?
Watch in horror as her attack fails.
Gibbs, what would you like to do as you see this attack
I'm gonna hop
fail?
up on this crate.
Okay.
I've got a perfect line-shaped burst with no allies in it.
Sure.
Great. So I'm gonna times edge this bitch. Could I please get 2 reflex saving throws?
Give me just 1 second to look at something here. Okay, so this is a line-shaped burst. Okay, yes. Gibbs, make a mysticism check.
Ooh, that's what Gibbs is good at.
What was that roll? I just rolled mine.
Oh, on the other side.
Oh, 13 on yours.
Okay.
21? Or wait, 30? No. Hold on, it's 19 is my base plus 11 is
That's 31.
31.
32. 30.
19
30.
plus 11 is 30 flat.
30 flat.
30 flat. In this moment, Gibbs, as you cast Time's Edge, you see these 2 dark eyes flash up at you, and you feel this monumental surge as reality ripples, and they almost redirect your spell 5 feet to the right. It would still hit them. They have to have it hit them, but they were almost going to pull it straight through Spice.
Oh my god.
You surge with everything, seeing Potato's body down on the ground, seeing everything falling apart around you. You put every ounce of your being into this, and you are able to, with pure magic alone, just force the spell through.
Nice.
And it goes through successfully.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Blow some heads up, please.
That's a high level spell that you just took away from them too.
Nice. I was wondering if that's what my spell resistance would look like.
This is spell redirection.
Wow. They take 34 damage.
34 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh, but again. Oh, I'm rolling 6s. A lot of 5s though. That was my breakdown. It's not bad.
Portis. Okay. Anything else?
Do they both take the damage?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
in a line.
Nice.
So does as well as 120
So
feet
yeah,
of
so for
bullshit
what it's worth,
afterwards.
This is like
it also
blow to shit.
yeah, so it like pierces through.
Like
no, that's
this?
still fine.
Oh.
It pierces this. It probably damages the column, and so if more columns get damaged, that will be important. It probably like pierces this as well, and so this breaks and kind of becomes just scrap as that rips through, and then into the concrete, into the dirt, into the elements that kind of create fill within Prime Station. There's probably elements of like the sewer that it penetrates into.
And I will lifelink with Hunter.
There are 4 lanes on this battlefield now, so no problem. Anything else, Gibbs?
I will lifelink with Hunter, giving him 8 HP.
Okay.
Unconscious.
I don't know if he
body.
needs
It's
it.
a drop in the bucket. He needs it. It's a
Alright.
drop in the bucket for
I'm
him.
trying. It's free. He
That
gets
is
it
your
for
turn.
free.
And so this brings us to the top of the round. Now, it is 9:45, so this is the last round. If we cannot finish combat here, we're going to start next week in combat, or we'll figure out some way of doing that.
I'll tell you what I
It'll be
want.
tough. So, Echo, what would you like to do?
Shade, Bubs.
Directly under the arch is Brigitte, and then right in front of Brigitte is Shade and Portis, both in base contact.
Okay.
Next to Portis is Spice in base contact on the other side of Brigitte. And then you got Hunter's body on the other side of Shade.
Echo is going to move forward behind the bench there.
Okay.
The bench next to Gibbs. There we go. And from over the top, aim a shot at, I think the one with most area around for a clear shot is Portis.
Portis is closer to
He's
you.
closer to you, but they're both basically in the same lane.
Okay.
You just watch as Gibbs like cut
Right,
time
ground's all
across
fucked
right in
up
front
and,
of you.
Gotcha. Probably Portis then, I think.
Okay.
That is a 29 for the stealth check.
29.
Plus CR.
1 second here. That is enough.
Ooh.
Just barely. Wow.
And a 29 cold and piercing for cold and piercing.
Big Numby?
That's KAC?
29 for golden piercing.
Yeah. Do we say KAC for that or EAC?
I think it's KAC. Give me 1 second here.
Because it's like if you have like an icicle shooting at someone.
All of a sudden, they are not looking as well as they were before. That's almost 50% again the damage that they
Oh,
had
no,
previously.
that was to hit. So
Oh, to
29
hit.
29
Okay.
stealth and 29 to hit.
Gotcha. That confused me then. Okay, they look fine, but maybe not now. Go ahead and roll damage. 29 does hit.
Okay.
Portis doesn't look. Looks fine.
That's rewound because
Because he
that's
didn't
actually
take any of
roll
the
my
damage. That was a
Right,
hit,
but I
yeah.
mean, he got beefed on by Bubs very early on for like 60 something. So I'm just surprised that he's not looking.
He's not looking terrible.
He's a beefy boy.
He's not looking like the best.
He's a beefy boy.
It's next door.
25 points
It's a fire
plus 4
Yeah,
is
they-
29
I'll tell you
points. 29 points of cold and piercing.
Really? He's not looking great. It looks
That's
like all of a sudden he's
hilarious.
kind of hurting a little bit.
Damn. Damn.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. So, yeah, it's a good strike. And in the middle of this kind of swirl of melee spice that you reach and it doesn't quite do any damage, suddenly you watch as like this huge gout of like metal rips and blood begins to pour out. That does damage. Anything else, Echo?
That is all for Echo.
Alrighty. Shade, what would you like to do?
Whirling around as a portal opens up before me. I'm gonna implant glitch on the metal man,
Okay.
the metal woman,
Okay.
the metal
Brigitte.
gender, non-binary identifying.
The chapstick
robot.
man.
The chopstick.
Chopstick, because his legs are.
Oh, I heard chopstick, man. I was like, oh,
chopstick.
Yeah, it was chopstick because his legs are like
that makes more
little,
sense. That makes more
like
sense.
Beyblades or
Not
whatever.
everyone's
Does
loaded
a
chapstick.
Beyblades are
32
so
against it's either 10 plus sense motive
It's like
or
walking on
15
swords.
plus 1.5
what I'm
CR,
picturing.
whichever's
Skills.
higher.
32?
32.
Not high enough. Against
Against
Brigitte?
against
Yeah,
Brigitte.
not high enough.
Man.
Cool. And then I'm gonna just full attack whale on him, on Brigitte,
Okay.
because he's still taking slashing. He's got the triangle armor.
Yep.
Portis. So attacking Brigitte.
Triangle armor?
First one's gonna be
The material shifts into different shapes to be resistant to whatever struck it previously. At least once around, it can do that.
It was a dirty 20
Dirty 20.
against KAC.
That is a miss.
Second attack is gonna be a 25
Against KAC. And this is against.
against Brigitte.
Sorry, say it one more time. 25?
Yes, 25 against
That's a
Brigitte.
miss, unfortunately. Do they have any negatives right now from anything?
No,
Yeah.
Shaken
Nothing I know of.
got away.
Then yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't get
that's a
them.
miss, unfortunately. Very close, though. Very close.
I might be dead.
Anything else?
That's it. for me.
Alrighty, Bubbles. The combat just moves,
Yeah.
and you are all alone now.
Bubs like sees the portal like in front of him, and his hands like reaching out. And as it like dissipates, and he hears the world about this guy describing the paradise, Bubs says, "A perfect world, a paradise. That would be nice. No, and he like flashes back, and he turns over to Brigitte, and he says, "No, I've spent too much of my life in a bubble," and he's gonna charge, or just a normal move because I don't need to charge, and he's just
Thematic
gonna
charge.
fly, and he's just gonna go, just swinging the around and around in his hand, the magma hammer, and trying to go for like an upper hit with the.
Okay, so very much like the Thor kind of strike. Yeah, go for it. Make your attack roll.
Ouch.
That's 6 plus 13, 19.
19 is a miss, unfortunately. In this tiny space, I mean, it's too small, and to keep yourself from going headfirst into the rock, you have to kind of lean to the side and miss. But anything else, Bubbles?
That's it.
Alrighty. That does bring us to Brigitte. So she said that, and now Bubbles is coming back here.
I'm actually like right there.
It's like
What-
everyone
what-
is in these
hovering
10 square feet.
above.
Yeah,
That's
but I
great because
cover.
we're all gonna get ripped into a different dimension.
I'm good.
I just didn't want to take the attack opportunity from Portis.
Uses arms of
Like-
Hadar.
I surrender.
White flag, you win, Brigade.
No, I'm just trying to see about. I'm trying to think about.
Who to kill?
Yeah, which one? Take your pick.
Well, no, it's probably because Shade's right there. So Shade, the knuckles kind of ignite, and they're going to take 2 attacks against you.
I bite.
The first one is going to be 29 against your KAC.
Minus the 4?
No, so 25 against your KAC.
That misses.
All right, there you go. And then the next one actually even lower. 2 very low rolls. So that is going to be a total of 28 to hit.
28 minus the 4?
Nope, so 24.
Misses.
There you go. So swings, and you are able to kind of slide to the side, and then as Bubbles comes streaking through, she's about to hit you, and then he just kind of like goes, and she has to move to the side, and that blocks the blow. You are okay for now. That brings us to Hunter's down. That brings us to Portis.
Fuck out of here, Portis.
Let's see. So
Well within
The
30
bald
feet.
head of Bubs. Good luck.
Portis just took a pretty good shot from Shade.
And then took the
Time's Edge.
Time's Edge.
Yeah.
And I'm
I think probably it's Time's Edge that's really causing the problem here.
and I'm basically untouched.
So he wheels around, and he is going to hit Echo and Gibbs, ideally.
What about that hypotenuse though?
It's a
I'm on a
cone.
box. I'm on a box. You can't hit me.
It's a cone, not a triangle. Oh wow, I still might miss both people.
Cool.
Echo, does a 20 hit your KAC?
No.
Yeah.
Gibbs, does a 25 hit your KAC?
Yeah, it
Okay. Go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw.
Fine. Against being sickness.
No.
Against not getting
I mean, you got very
blasted
lucky.
across the
I did not pass.
stage.
8.
You are going to be taking 25 points of fire and piercing damage,
Okay.
and you are knocked prone. And that's that.
That's okay. I'm still in stamina.
And then for movement,
Minus 25.
I don't want to provoke attacks of opportunity, but
How?
Is going.
can't really go anywhere. Yeah, he's just gonna stay right there. That is his turn. That brings us to Spice.
Spice.
Gibbs, you're on deck.
Still within arm's reach of Brigitte is gonna go, well, Jolting Surge didn't work. And then instead of trying to cast it again, she's going to thwack one of Brigitte's arms against the edge of the rock and cast it here.
Nice. That's good.
And I go, aha, try to get away now, bitch.
Portal lady just takes the rock with her.
I know, I mean, she did try, but this is my last ditch attempt to do something useful.
That's pretty
So
It's
it's
a
a
strength save to
She's portals
escape.
without her arm.
that's so dumb.
I know. And then with my move action, I'm going to go, aha, and then just like skirt around this and go.
Okay,
You're gonna go like
that will
roll
provoke
myself.
2 attacks of opportunity.
Oh no, I will fucking die.
Just guarded step out.
Oh yeah, I'll guard and step out.
Okay.
Whoop,
So
bye.
you guarded step out after slapping this blade. And for what it's worth, because of the way that it here works, as they like turn and slide and try to slash across, it is adhered for a second to the wall. And so that's dumb. Anything else, Spice?
Spice laughs and goes, hey.
Gibbs,
Nice.
you on your back now after taking that shot from the shotgun. You like look up, and between your feet, you can see Brigitte has this like blade stuck to the wall. Portis has the gun still pointed at you.
Ooh.
What do you want to do?
Oh.
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
you go, please.
So 5-foot surface becomes blah 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 magic energy for 1 round. The creature must do a reflex save, or become entangled.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
Entangled is good.
Reflex save. I mean, I think they're gonna be okay though. Hang on a second.
And what is this?
This is adhere.
Oh, I
The
never- I
spell
never- I've
adhere.
never seen it do the entanglement.
Yep.
Well, makes
Because
sense.
we use
Okay.
it usually out of
This is
combat.
a witch warper spell.
What was it? Reflex?
Yes, reflex save.
That is going to be a grand total of 29.
Oh yeah, that is a big old
Use
pass.
it on the
And so they are not
Yeah.
entangled, but they are attached to the wall. That is your turn, Spice.
Yep.
Gibbs, what would you like to do?
So Gibbs sort of licks up and licks her eyeball, and gives Brigitte the stink eye, but it's more of a literal stink eye, as she takes that eyeball gunk and like all the boogers of her eyes, and like uses that to roll around in her mouth, and is going to spit at Brigitte, casting Wisp Ally to try and help my friends hit Brigitte.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm running out of lots of resources. Like my health is fine, but like I don't have a lot to help you guys. So that's a first level spell that does some pretty nice things.
And it's a, what kind of save?
No save.
No save, very
No
nice.
save. It just is annoying and will.
All right, Wisp Ally.
Wisp Ally, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, Wisp Ally. All right, that's your turn, Gibbs?
Wisp Ally with eye boogers this time.
That's your turn, Gibbs?
I'll stand up.
Okay. So you stand up on the top of this box. At the end of your round, you kind of survey the battlefield, the lights flash, everybody kind of clustered into this one space. And because it is 10 o'clock, this is where we're going to end for this evening. But we'll pick back up next week.
Great
and
session.
Yeah,
nice
a lot
map.
of fun.
Oh, beautiful map.
It's stuck there.
Yeah, everything now. I use the museum tax stuff now. So we'll be back next week. We'll figure out some way to facilitate the end of this combat.
I'm gonna die soon, so you can just like.
Guess you spend your week off rolling new character.
Yeah, there you go. You got something to do while
Well,
you're
I'm
traveling.
gonna go down.
Thank you for sticking with us for this session of Starfinder. We'll be back next week, but if you can't wait that long, we're going to be back tomorrow night with some D&D, our original 5th edition D&D campaign, where we are picking up in the Candlestick Forest as our party goes against the Coven of Unrest. But please stay safe. That'll be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
I wanna hear about
Space boyfriend.